Okay, now what am I doing here? Let's see. Over here. Let's see. Over here. The enter. There's that blind lunatic. Okay. Let's see. Chat. All this shit. I know. I'm sorry, Luis. I know. I'm just. Look, man. I'm still trying to figure this shit out. I'm sorry, man. You know, you gotta tell me. Usually I need. Hey, hey, brother. Still getting my act together. See, I'm so confused because I I still don't know what I'm doing, which is obvious. Obviously, finally got my chat popped out over here. I know, Lewis. Thanks, brother. Um, 2 a.m. I know it's been a long week for me. I hope yours hasn't been as horrible as mine has been, but it's okay because it's over with. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Are you working tomorrow? I don't understand what the deal is because we'll set this up for 9. It's not 9. But then on Google Hangouts it said start broadcast. So I thought I could do the Google side of it and it wouldn't be live until 9. Well, apparently I was mistaken. So there you go. I appreciate it though, Lewis. What's that number for? Let's see. Chat. Let's see. Why isn't the chat? I've typed stuff in. I'm not seeing it here. There's 4 people are watching too. I don't see anybody here on this end of things. You gotta work the weekend, do you? Well, that blows. Let's see. What am I doing here? I don't know why I guess it's showing up now. Okay, so what's going on? Need to do this. And then go here. Now, here's the deal. Uh, well, people are probably other places too. I don't know why they come see me, other than you. You gotta work the weekend, man. That blows. I don't know, man. I'm all about Friday. I hate working the weekend. There's some kind of thing I have about that. Because I've worked many a weekend, many a holiday in the business I've been in, and I'm like over it now. Like, okay, the age I am, the experience I have, and what I do, I deserve not to have to work the damn weekend. Hey, Shane, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you. I'm not even supposed to be on till 9. I obviously still don't know what I'm doing. Look, dude. Hey, Shane, you tear your place up. Yeah, I get it. So where are you at, Shane? Um, geographically, because I mean it's 9 o'clock here. I would shudder to think I had to work till 9 o'clock at here Eastern Standard Time. See you, Luis, Miguel. No, that was great ripping, brother. I thought it was funny as heck because you put little subtitles in there. I do the subtitles all the time. That's been my trademark for a while, making comments about the crap that's going on. Oh, that's still a late day. When did you start? When did you start your day? The dude is awesome, man. Let's see, it was like a year ago, and he's like flying a Hubs and something. He wasn't even doing acro. 8 a.m. What? Hey, getting some hours in. Hey, Bill, how are you, brother? Good to see you, man. It's there's not many all here. Let's see, there's 4 people here according to this, and one of them is my alter ego. Oh wait, it says 6 now. I'm doing all right. I tell you what, happy Friday, everyone. Okay, because man, I couldn't wait for this. Today was a horrible day. It felt like a Monday. It's hour drive each way. That thing. Yeah, we had to put a remove and replace a ceiling fan over a pool table, and we took some scaffold to um, bridge the pool table, and the top part of the baker scaffold uh, slipped and gouged a hole in their wooden floor. So, well, I'll be getting paid for my day's work. The company probably won't make any money. It probably lost some money on that gig. So, I mean, it sucked. I felt horrible because I'm usually very, not that I wasn't being careful today, but as they say, crap happens. Brand new floor too, Bill. I have a picture of it. I took a picture of it. It's ugly. And the homeowners are pretty good about it, but it has to be fixed. So whatever it takes to fix it is going to come right off the bill. But they got a bunch more work they want done, and so there you go. I don't know. It is what it is. You can't win them all. Yeah, it is nice. Look, Shane. Look, there's been so many times I've been put in risky situations where I mean, like, oh, the last pool table job. There were 3 pendants we hung over the pool table. Scalpel was involved with that too. Hey Dan, how you doing? Pew pew pew. How are you, your worship? But the guy was like, "Oh yeah, each one of those globes is like $700 a piece." I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, you could have left that part out of it, you know, because they were hand blown. They're about, I don't know, 18 inches tall, each big thing. They're beautiful globes. I couldn't see paying $700 for them, but you know, that's just me. So, no, well, you know, your dinghy looks all right, brother. That's an okay little boat you got there. Um, you need a fish finder for it now so you can see what the structure is underneath, Dan. I'm telling you, like I said, I commented on your dinghy, dinghy, and you gotta find the edges, brother. Need a depth finder. Yeah, he just showed up, Bill. He just came in a minute or two ago. And that was that's pretty cool. It looked nice. It gets hot out there. First of all, you're fishing in the middle of the day, man. Yeah, no, it can be pulled off, but you got to look for where there's. I mean, when y'all were driving the boat around, you know, and your buddy that was up in the bow was, you know, casting over towards the lily pad. But you need to get closer to those lily pads because the bass especially like the shade. They ain't gonna be out there in the middle. When you cast out towards the lily pads, you land at the lily pads. If they don't hit it right there, they ain't gonna chase it. Because when it's hot, they lazy. They ain't chasing shit. You gotta drop it right in their face or drag it past their face. Where are you at, Shane? You didn't. I didn't. If you said it, I didn't notice it. Why am I on top chat? What's the difference? Hey, I know you know this, Dan. What's the difference between top chat and live chat? Because every time I switch to live chat, it's the same people. Oh, you're in Texas. Okay. I don't know where Ballfells is, but I don't know. I didn't email you, Dan. I don't think. I made a couple comments. I think I watched 2 of your. I can't remember. I might have you.
Trying to pause this.
Oh, look who's here.
I can't remember how to do this. I gotta figure out how to mute it.
Okay, so we have Indigo Rhino on the panel and also RC Crazy.
Good morning.
RC,
Hey.
good morning.
Am I echoing or anything? I'm trying to get this figured out here. Oh, I shouldn't be echoing because I don't have your message.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna join as Fish and Junk too in the stream so I can check the chat.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty lame at doing that too. Let me see. I'm working on that, Dan.
I just don't want to echo.
I don't think you're causing an echo.
Okay, there you go.
I haven't had much luck with the email thing. I'm trying to think if I have your. Let's see. Let me go here.
Is that coffee in that cup to go?
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah, you checked, didn't you, Tiff?
That's for coffee only.
Well,
That's the camouflage.
wait a minute now. Okay, well, I have not put beer in my Rodney Bell cup yet, but I have put Mountain Dew in it, and it
Okay.
does a good job of keeping stuff cold.
Yes, it does. They go get it. Don't get me an attitude. All right, I'm going upstairs to AC.
All right, I'm adjusting my camera.
Oh, I got you, Dan. Let's see.
Let's see, Dan, aka Drone Pool.
No, the other
Oh,
Dan.
Dan, Drone Workshop.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew pew pew.
His worship.
Crap.
Okay, Dan. Michael, how you doing, brother? Yes, that is the Tyro bill. It has VTX issues. And it also tried to fly away.
Okay, so you wanted to check your fail-safe.
Yeah, I wanted to do a bunch of things. Well, the necessities.
You need to take the props off first of all.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
That was gonna be my first assignment.
First order of business.
There we go.
Okay, I did it right then, Dan.
Good afternoon, evening, gentlemen. Depends on what part of the world you're in, I guess.
Okay.
And everybody's pretty much close to this time zone, I think, Dan.
Well, then we need to invite somebody from China in here.
I wouldn't be able to understand them.
Ching Tang Wang Ding Bang Wen Tao. I'm with you, man.
Of
We could
course,
always. Go ahead.
of course, I'm sure you would be willing to offer your translation skills.
I would be more than happy to speak fluid drunkenese. Crazy. What's up?
How's it going?
Good. Dude in the corner with a do-rag on his head drinking from a blue steel cup that's most likely Yeti. What's going on?
It's a hat. And it's coffee. It's
Sounds
coffee.
delicious.
Coffee brought to you by Rodney Bell.
Rodney Bell, what's up? This is the first time I think I've seen you on screen.
Yeah, that is quite possible. I don't live stream too often.
I need to get a light, is what I need to do one of these days. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to make me a coffee so I don't fall asleep.
Oh, come on. Who had to say coffee? No, I want a coffee.
You would
It is amazing.
already have the coffee going. You know, I don't know what Tiffany is doing.
It's already going. I got to make it.
So,
So Dan, have you caught any fish in that dinghy of yours yet?
hey, man, let me tell you something about the dinghy. I will go proper fishing with proper tackle when the proper time comes. It will happen, sir. We were just testing the boat out that day and breaking in the motor. We didn't really intend to catch anything. We just were dragging a line the whole time.
Okay, I get that. You know,
So no,
shakedown cruise.
exactly. It was a let's just try everything out and see what happens.
A dry run, except in water.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm one of those just put it out there and let's see what happens type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? Hold my beer, watch this. That's me. That's how I do things. I'm quite talented at it. Full send, you know.
Did you have a can of Flex Seal available?
I did not. I trusted that my dad did a good job.
However, I will commend you on your choice of preparedness in that you had plenty of ice and plenty of beer, brother.
Oh
there you
yeah,
go.
dude, you can never have enough beer, bro. We
You're
not only
right
drank.
about that.
We not only drank all of the 18-pack on the way there to get to the next bar to fill up again. 2 of us. Boom. Yeah, productive day.
Well, now you know better what your stock requirements are.
Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, that means next time we at least need to bring a 24-pack with us.
Yeah, maybe 2.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I drone delivery the second one to myself, you know?
It's better to have too much than
Then not
enough.
enough. Very true. You know how this works. Wouldn't want to be stranded on Gilligan's Island with, 1 beer left. That would suck.
Exactly. Dude, you have to be prepared for all contingencies, like mechanical failure, the tide,
Sure.
whatever. And what are you going to do while you're waiting for fortunes to turn? You got to bring beer.
I mean, I have beyond that contingency because once we run out, I assume we're both going to still be pretty trashed. So I'm probably going to have to slit his throat to drink his blood to stay drunk. I've already thought it through, man. His blood alcohol content at that point has to keep me going, you know? Did I overstep the boundaries there or?
What?
No, you always gotta have a
I
plan.
just tried to say something to some people in chat. You know, it's hard to keep up with all this.
Gotcha. Oh man.
So where are we at?
Well, I'm at work, so I'm driving around this complex like a dummy. Property management lifestyle.
Let's see, Ryan. We got Drone Worship, the Executioner, aka Pew Pew Pew. We got Indigo Ryan. We got RC Crazy. I don't know what he's doing. He's making coffee, I guess.
Now I'm taking the blades off.
Oh, he's taking the props off. See, those are props, Eric. There are blades attached to the prop. You have 3-bladed props.
Gotcha.
I had someone ask me about the color of the spinners on my quad the other day. The spinners.
I'm sorry. Like legit spinners, like 22.
Yeah, that's what they said. I said, did you mean on my car? Because on my car, I can answer that question.
Wow, dude, we're talking like some OG 24s through 26s, huh? That might be the next thing, man. Drone pimping, you know?
I mean, they got wheels now. Everybody's skating with them. They might as well have rims on them.
Hey, back from the sky.
Right, exactly. You know, a little hydraulic system to make them bounce while they sit on the starting line.
I saw a car the other day that had a system that would blow the doors off of mine. Now, mine's only an AM radio, but it was still really impressive.
Whoa, that's crazy. Dude, I don't even think I can afford an AM radio. You know what I mean?
Do they even talk on AM radio anymore? Is it just static?
Yeah, totally. That's where all the know nothing people hang out.
I don't know. There's a lot of talk radio people that are on. They started their roots in AM.
Listen though, listen. AM's become free band channels at this point. Like anybody can buy an AM tuner bar and start making their own shows on AM. Like, you
It's
don't even
literally the gateway to the dark web.
pretty much. Yeah, I'm with that. That is accurate info. Yeah.
You know, they're like transmitting their own stuff.
I mean, it's AM's become an open source band, basically, is what it is. Like, they're not even regulating AM bands like they used to. It's just not enough people.
Really?
Like, yeah. Well, think about it, man. When was the last time you picked up a radio and listened to AM?
True.
It's like,
Okay, good point. You know what AM's good for? Knowing when lightning is nearby.
there you go.
Yeah, that's like when you've already lost power and you're down to that little hand crank powered radio and you're just wondering if the weather's going to clear up soon.
But they still do FM. No, I used to be big into the AM radio talk shows, and then they started migrating to FM, and well, where are you going to go?
And then the TV came out.
Whoa.
Yeah, because there were, look,
I'm just messing with you.
many ways, in most ways, I'm a
Put my emoji back on.
cat.
Okay.
You got them all worked. You got them all worked up now.
And this is why I don't drink coffee after 5. We might be in trouble.
See, now I'm going to make some coffee because everybody was talking about it. You know the difference between me and you guys is? I have to make instant coffee.
Oh my god.
That blows.
That sucks.
You know what I love? I love those
Love you more.
makes it. It's you buy them in the convenience store and they're cold, and I think they're made by Starbucks, but they're these little cans, but they're like espresso shot.
Espresso shots. Yeah.
I love the Cubano, man. The
Fuck.
espresso.
Are these?
'Cause I worked down in South Florida for 12 years. I used to do the Cuban coffee down there, man. Talk about a rocket punch from that stuff.
You guys must be bored as hell to sit here and actually put a puzzle together. Holy mackerel. Why did the pool... Well, because somebody took a poo in it. Finkel matter. Yeah, dude, poo all up in there, too. Somebody probably threw it in there.
Brother Neil, how are you?
Wait, who's in here? Captain Cook?
Yes, he is.
What?
Hey, Captain.
Yeah, don't touch my pizza, bro. That's my pizza, bro. No, that's why I said don't touch. So I wrote it on there. Were you thinking about it? Did you spit on my pizza, bro? I will stomp a... All right.
So, Captain, how are things at Topsail Beach? You pull a big one yet? A really
That
big
look like spit to you guys? That looks like spit.
It's for a cop.
What's that mean? Is he gonna spit in that burger now? Do not spit in that cop's burger.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Cap.
Cap and me are gonna get together. I'm thinking about making the trip. I think I need to go fish with Cap for the day.
I'm telling you, your dinghy's not gonna work out there, brother.
Hey! Out where? Where he's at?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not bringing the dinghy out there, sir.
You're kidding me.
I'll do offshore fishing if I'm doing that.
man.
But I will bring the solo so we can use the bait drop so we can take it out, 3,000 feet and drop the line way out in the ocean.
That would be cool. Now, that's how you get it past the breakers right there.
Exactly. Now, Captain, if you haven't used your solo yet as a wonderful bait drop system, it's quite easy. It's a plug and play setup you can purchase on eBay for $24. Attach your line to it, fly way out, and then just push a button and it drops it. And push return to home and set your controller down and start reeling in.
That's
I
awesome.
bet the wheels are spinning now. And I've seen I've heard of the bait drop things, you know, and
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds beautiful because I've done my share of surf fishing and I know how that goes.
Well, it's really nice if you don't have a boat. You know, if you can't get way out there, the nice thing about the drone is that you can just grab the line and tow it way out there. Just drop it, you know. You got to figure 3,000 feet, man. That's almost half a mile.
Well, really, all you need to do is get it just past the outer sandbar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it depends upon where you're at and how the banks roll and all that stuff. Because it's all about the edges. Fish love the edges. They hug the edges.
Hey, listen, I don't know anything about fishing. That's why I'm getting together with Captain.
I mean, an edge can be anything. It can be a drop off in the channel. It can be where a sandbar starts or ends, and how the current's coming through there. That's where the fish hang because they're looking for feeder fish to funnel through there, and they can hide out there and just wait for the food to come by.
I didn't see a response from Cap. Cap, can you hear what I'm saying? Nope, that's not.
Hey, Brian, how are you, brother? There we go. That's better.
Oh, we got TDR in here. He's probably very confused by me lately.
You confuse everybody, Dan.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah, well, I mean, you keep it mixed up. That's cool.
I do. I keep the entertainment coming, man.
Yeah, Captain says he hears you, Dan.
Excellent.
Maybe he's not. Maybe he's having second thoughts. Hey,
oh, I love it. Tooting chicken. That's awesome. At least somebody's on my level. Tooting chicken.
Tooting chicken.
How are you, Quad
To
Rob,
follow
what's
Tooting
up, brother?
Chicken up. To follow Tooting Chicken up, we have Quad Farm.
What are you saying, Quad Farm?
Me?
No, Quad Farm. I just watched this video. Yeah, well, when I'm on, it kind of looks all the same. Just flying lunatic. Night train.
Oh, God, it's Mike.
Yeah, I'd be scared too. Not Mike.
Save me now. Mike just came in.
Rob, that I was trying to think of the name. I was getting ready to pull up my spreadsheet so I could remember what Quad Farm's name was. I suck at names. I have to have an Excel spreadsheet for names.
I love
people are easy, like Michael's easy. Oh, Michael McReynolds. Oh, that must be Michael.
So, if I come in and I name myself Donna, are you going to call me Donna?
You don't look like any Donna I've ever seen.
But that's my name on YouTube, so you have to honor that, right?
No. No, I don't.
Does that make it more confusing then?
Yeah.
What about Whitney? Would you call me a Whitney? I'd go with Whitney.
You know, me, I'm a rather antisocial guy, That's why I never go live or anything.
That's why I never go live. Yet you go live every night. I love it.
Oh, not every night.
Almost.
It seems like it this week. This is my third time this week.
We gotta get
Yeah.
your hour or watch time hours up.
So have you got those props off yet, Eric, or what?
Yeah, I saw the VTX and I put it away. There's soldering.
Mm-hmm. So, Captain, what's good? We getting together to go fishing, bro, or what? You got to tell me. I'll start making plans. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Alfred. He's not happy with the food he's getting, Brian. So now he's like, I don't know. He wants some people food. You know, and what pisses me off is I'll start eating something like last night, lasagna. He's all over trying to climb the plate, and I keep telling him, you won't like it. He never believes me.
So you just got to smack him in the mouth and put baby powder on your hand and let him know who's boss.
All right. I'm gonna see what kind of a mess this
I
is.
don't have any
Pimping since been
Brian.
pimping, bro.
What are you doing?
Everybody knows that.
Are you getting rid of you got the old VTX out? Is that the new one?
Oh, this is the old one.
Oh, you're still trying to get it out of there.
Yeah, I'm still looking at it because I'm probably not gonna mess with it tonight because you got to solder wires together.
Well, you should have known that.
I thought it was. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't think I was gonna have to solder anything, but
What do you mean you didn't have to solder or anything? You're a hobbyist, bro. We look forward to soldering things. Come on, man.
yeah.
Well, don't say it with so much enthusiasm.
Yeah, well, Eric has had his issues with soldering before.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Now I got to hear about this.
He's gotten much better at it. Before it used to take hours for one joint, but
Oh, Captain's not responding to me, man. That makes me sad.
yes, Mike, and a crappy one makes everything harder. And Drone Pool Dan hooked me up with one. It just came out of the clear blue sky. Must have been because during one of my lives I was bitching about my Harbor Freight soldering iron. So.
Yeah, exactly, Mike.
Said no woman ever.
Oh man, I gotta take it all apart.
Yeah, you didn't know that was going to happen?
Oh my word!
Apparently, we did not properly warn you about what was entailed with changing the VTX down.
Wait a minute. You've never changed the VTX before?
No, this is the first FPV drone I built.
Oh my, we are in for fun, aren't we? Yeah, little.
Indigo and I have been through lots of fun during Eric's Tyro 99 build.
Oh, dude, the Tyro 99 was trash, bro. Garbage drone.
Clay's at the outlets. He didn't even
Garbage, bro.
Mike helped out with it a lot too.
Yeah, Mike,
Dude,
he's able to
mine-
help.
Mine came with 3 broken Ishin components. All of them are broken.
I know.
I had to redo everything. I'm just now getting, dude, I've had it for 6.5 months now. I'm just now getting it back from Brian, and it's going to go for its first flight after its build. Trash, bro. Straight trash. We had to try so many different things on it to finally get it to work.
Wow.
I can't even do a proper review of the drone because it's just been like Frankenstein at this point to make it work.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing with mine.
Well, the thing
Garbage.
is, like, Drone Pool Dan, he got a Tyro 99, and the first thing he did was, and Eric's already changed out the FPV cam on his.
That's what I did.
He changed out his VTX too.
Same thing. And receiver, antenna. Oh God, we changed a plethora of things on it, man. I think we even were having ESC problems that was causing tons of noise, and so we soft mounted the motors. That didn't do anything. Dude, it's just a garbage build altogether, man. Just don't buy it. Anybody thinking about buying the Tyro 99, don't. Get the upgrade version of it. What's the upgrade, guys? You know what I'm talking about. There's another version of it now.
The 109. I think it's the 109.
Yeah. I heard it's so much better than the original Tyro.
Yeah, for $99, what do you want?
Yeah, I want a working quad.
I hear.
Yeah, but Duga, he's built them for like $40.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. If you like build your own parts and select your own pieces, you can build it cheaper than the 99 build.
Well, the thing is, I think a lot of people don't know how to match parts, and they're intimidated by that. So the Tyro 99 may be a piece of crap, but it teaches you how things work, I think.
What are you talking about? No, it doesn't.
It teaches you how to take it apart and put it back together and take it apart and put it back together.
you only have to, right, dude. You only have to solder 4 wires. It like teaches you nothing. It's like a 4-in-1 ESC. Like, it's not even the basics. It's all been done for you except for 4 wires. All you have to do is put the frame together, which, by the way, sucks. Putting the frame together. And never again. I'll never build that junk. Get the Flywoo crab, dude. Do yourself a favor. Get the Flywoo crab.
I want to do something
Well,
Sunday or Monday. I won't be able to
He's
go.
done all of that already.
Hey, I made some noise with it so far. I woke the park up with it.
That's what I want to do. Like, we just get Henry to go with you watching.
My first one was the Taro Q215. I liked it. I got lucky though. Other people had problems with it, and I didn't have any problems.
You got to be more specific. Your first what?
It was my
5-inch,
first,
3-inch.
yeah, my first 5-inch, like, race quad, something to learn acro with. I
Gotcha.
flew a lot of whoops and a lot of DJI stuff, but I wanted to go fast.
I think I started with the whoops, and then I went to the micros, and then after the micros, I went to 3-inch, and then I jumped back to the micros, 85 millimeter, and then from there I shot up to 5-inch.
I really like building. It's fun.
I
I
don't.
like soldering. Like, I like doing that shit, but not on tiny whoops. That is a nightmare. Like, no.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not a fan of. Like, I don't mind, I guess, but it's not my favorite thing to do. I don't get into the builds. I like to just buy stuff that's ready to fly, put it in the air, and go. Maybe some tuning. I don't mind doing some tuning. I'm not in it for racing or any of that craziness. I just want something that can do flips, barrel rolls, rip through a few trees.
As far as those go, I think Diatone's killing it right now, dude.
With their frames, the Diatone frames.
Even those ready to fly quads, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, you can get them for like $200. It's crazy.
Well, the reason I suggested the Flywoo frames, that it's a knockoff of the Diatone setups, but the Flywoo crab frame has a folding chassis, which is really interesting. You pull 2 bolts and the whole thing opens up and just releases the stack to you. So you can change parts instantly, like in the field immediately. Like, there's no messing with things. It's still carbon fiber. It's still built like a tank. You know what I'm saying? Like if
you're
I
just
was
popping the hood, that would be really nice.
Right. And that's what it is. It's just popping the hood. The Flywoo, 2 bolts and the hood pops, and you can just get access to everything. So I don't know, man. I don't think I'll ever go back to the other frames now that I've actually had a chance to put my hands on the Flywoo setups.
I kind of want to try a Marmotte.
Yeah.
Man, everybody's brother has been breaking those stupid things. I mean, they got their warranty and all that, but EBR, man, he's been having a hell of a time. He's broken 2 of them now.
Yeah, but those guys fly super hard into bandos and concrete and all that stuff. And I think the hardest thing I've hit so far is a gazebo, which was wood. Wasn't a big deal.
How much of that did you see? Oh, so you missed the part where I pulled my nads out and put them on your face? Sweet.
We just go back and watch on the replay.
I'm on a live stream on YouTube and everybody just heard that across the board. That's awesome. How many people we got watching, Indigo?
I think like 6.
6. Oh, we're not doing too bad. Whoa, taking over the internet.
Right.
6 people at a time.
You live stream, really watch
Put-
us?
Bro,
Everybody
yeah.
smash the
You
like.
don't register your drone, Shane. You register yourself.
Hey, you register yourself and you put the number on the outside. This let's see where mine go. All I did
Go ahead.
Nope.
All I did when I went to fly at the park is I took a piece of this blue Scotch tape, wrote the number on it, and stuck it on there.
What's the deal with the FPV? It's the same thing applies to the FPV that applies to the GPS drones, correct? Like all the same rules, all the same regulations, everything's about the same.
Drone's a drone, a drone.
You're supposed to have a spotter now.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, man. Every time you want to fly, you have to invite somebody to go with you.
No, I think it's if you're gonna fly long
Have fun, man.
distances, you got to read it specifically what it says. It's for like, you only have to have the spotter if you're gonna be flying long distances. It's very specific in what it says. If you go to the FAA website.
If you're flying, what is the point? What do you consider long distance? They have to like
Exactly.
if they can't be specific, then I'm gonna fly all the time with no spotter.
Like
yeah, I can see it. It's in that
you're not
cloud right
supposed
over there. You
to-
see
you're
it?
basically not supposed to lose sight of it.
That is the stupidest thing ever because I don't know. It just makes no sense. Every time I've flown, the person that's been watching me fly just because they happen to be there, because I fly alone all the time. And what are they going to do? They can't do anything. Oh, I saw your bird go down that way. Well, that's what the damn DVR footage is for God's sake.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, what are they going to point out? The general direction? You should already know which direction you were when you were flying.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, I don't get it. When I'm flying my GPS platform, why do I have to have a spotter if I'm staring at my screen? That's stupid.
Well, not only that, I mean, I guess maybe supposedly in some bureaucrat's mind, they're thinking, oh, in case somebody comes up and you don't know there. Well, I have an eye in the sky. I'm gonna know if somebody comes the hell up around me, you know.
You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to get a mannequin and I'm going to have it just pointing its finger up in the sky, and I'm going to dress it in human clothing. And I'm just going to put a baseball cap on it and do a little painting to it so it's at least flesh tone colored. I'm just going to take it with me wherever I go whenever I'm flying. And the back of his shirt will be like, drone pilots at work, do not disturb. You know, it'll just be the mannequin constantly pointing in the same direction the whole time. Look.
Strap binoculars to it. Now you're clear for 5 miles.
Right. You know, just have it sit there with binoculars pushed to its face.
When I was down south working Miami way, they had a carpool lane, and there were people that were putting dummies in the passenger seat of their car so they could qualify for the carpool lane.
If you like pina carpool lanes.
Oh man, I gotta take this thing all apart.
Yeah, you did. You didn't know what was entailed with that?
Just to change out the VTX.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why now you understand why I like the Flywoo crab setup. 2 bolts, you would already have access to the stack, dude. I can't believe I've invested this much time, energy, and money into the Tyro trying to get it working for the first time. I really can't. Like, I'm mad. I want to punch myself in the nads really hard.
Or the pancreas.
Hey, I reserve pancreas punching for the squirrels. That's your FPV pilot's jobs, man. If you don't go out every day and punch a squirrel in the pancreas, you didn't fly right.
I am staying vertical so far, Michael, but the night is young, so yeah.
I'm
That's the
inverted.
spirit.
Oh my god, man, I'm tired.
Man, when you get off work, man?
I get off at midnight tonight, but I'm gonna go home and if I think I have the energy. Last night I got off at 10. I went home and I replaced my entire air conditioning system in my car. I ripped my console apart, replaced the evap, replaced all of it, man. Went in there and I basically changed the entire AC system out. And so that lasted from 10 p.m. till 7 a.m. And then I was lucky I got like 3 hours of sleep and then went to work. And then tonight I realized one of the O-rings was leaking on the high side. So now I have to do kind of 3/4 of the job again just to get at the O-ring that I apparently should have replaced the first time around.
Oh man, you replaced the whole AC system. You get new O-rings.
Hey. I'm balling on a budget here, gentlemen. I get paid by YouTube. You want to see me make more money? Watch more of my videos.
Nice.
I do what I can, Dan, but you know.
I know. I do too, man. I try to visit everybody when I can. I do my best.
I know you do.
It's hard, though.
JP
It's so hard to
Slayers.
stay on top of all those videos, man. There's so many.
No, it actually there is, man. Well, I'm subscribed to like 4,000 people, so
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah,
So-
it's impossible.
well, mathematically it's impossible. That's why I said I try to hit at least 15 people a day and say hello or drop a like or a comment or I try to be supportive, man. I'm not
Yeah.
I can't it's mathematically impossible to sit down and watch that many videos a day. It's just you can't.
It's just
at some point you have to just give in,
Yeah.
I mean, even if you were retired, you wouldn't have enough time. There's not enough hours.
Yeah, no. Dude, I have over 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel. You think someone's gonna take time to support every video?
No way.
1,000. Wow. How long have you been doing it, man?
3 years, coming up on 10,000 subs. Something
Nice.
like that.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if I can ever break the 10,000 barrier. I keep stirring up too much drama in the drone field.
Just go visit the PUSA people a few times.
Yeah, it's gonna change. Everything's changing this year. There's no more trolling allowed. There's no more dude. Have you guys read through the new guidelines now? They're crazy. They are ridiculous. No more smoking cigarettes. No more tobacco use. No more weed. It really depends on how they're going to regulate the marijuana. They want to because technically it's still considered a drug some places in the U.S. It's not legal. So they're trying to figure out if until it's completely legal in the U.S. if you're going to be allowed to show it on film or not. Now remember, you're on YouTube's platform. They can make those decisions. You agreed to them when you signed on for their thing. It's crazy. Like if you haven't read through the new guidelines, it's all changing. Everything. Make sure you read it before you go at it. See, I used to be able to do a little light trolling to get people back in line and remind them where they came from and to stop being douchebags. But I can't do that anymore now because now you can get hit with all these stupid little oh, you're not allowed to go after a channel. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that. So now I can't even regulate that anymore. I just have to deal with crap content apparently half the time. So
apparently, I don't even know what the term trolling means.
Okay, so I am a light version of trolling. Let's put it that way. I'm not really the negative base. I will get in your head a bit. I'm good at reading people. People are very predictable. I read people about as easy as Mother Nature strikes a tree with lightning, man. It's a guaranteed thing to happen. I don't know why I have the ability or the knack to do it so well. I just do, I guess. I can normally guess 3 stages ahead of you and know what your next plan is going to be before you make it. So, I mean, Ken just found out. You guys saw the thing with me and Ken Dono and me and Billy Kyle?
No.
Okay. Well, in case you missed that, Ken and Billy and me had a fallout like a week ago, and you know they started a group, and we all went in there. And we talked drones on a daily, and I would always talk 3DR solo or something like this, and they would always talk DJI. And Billy got tired of hearing about the 3DR and finally just told me to shut up, and then he left the group. And I was like, wow, that was a really cowardly move, man, to just leave and not, like, you know, if you wanted a subject change, it's your group, dude. You created. All you had to do is say change the subject, not a problem. You know, you just bailed. It's a cowardly way to go out. And then Ken Dono followed suit, and I was like, all right. So I sent both of them a message before I blocked them, and I said, all right, here's the deal, man. It's obvious we're not good friends. I'll see you guys on YouTube. Just remember, keep my name out of your mouth, and everything's gravy. And then not 2 days after that, Ken put out that video with the underwater drone, the Gladius Mini. And in the comment section of the Gladius Mini was Billy Kyle saying, "What are you turning into Dan on me?" And then he goes, "No, that fat dude's about two cheeseburgers away and a milkshake from a heart attack. That's not me." And I was like, "Wow, dude, these two really just pushing their luck." So I knew Ken is really weak-minded. Honestly, I've known that, I think, since the beginning. He says he can handle trolling. He really can't. I trolled him for like 2 days. I wasn't even hard about it. I use social media platform because he's a professional and sees himself as a professional. It's really easy to get him irritated. I got him mad enough to make a video about me by making a video about him. Two birds with one stone. There's 2 reasons why I did this. Number one, it brought out a whole bunch of people that I've been curious about to find out if they've been talking trash behind my back and stabbing me in the back. 2, it allowed me to show Ken he's weaker than he thought he was and should probably stick to his professional aspect of just being a photographer. You're not really a reviewer. Stop acting like you are. I challenged him to a knowledge any kind of battle, a knowledge battle of any kind. And he did not accept, didn't cover it, didn't go over it, nothing. So I took a professional channel, and within 2 days, I made it a non-professional channel that stooped to my level. In my book, that's sad. That's giving up. That means you're very weak. You should probably never have a battle with any. Like, if a troll posse ever went after Ken, I think he'd be in a world of hurt. Mentally, he would break too easily. So that's pretty much trolling. Is essentially using. I don't know how to put this. It's intentionally trying to frustrate somebody or cause irritation. Right? That's what trolling is, basically.
Right.
Well,
I agree.
okay. I don't know. I think there's different definitions to that term. Just because to me, when somebody does a pop in on your channel and makes a comment, but you know they didn't watch the video, they're just showing up. So they're trolling, hoping that you will bite on their channel.
I don't know what you mean by that. Can you explain that better? Because I pop in all the time if I don't have a chance to watch somebody's video, and I'll give like a like or a "Hey man, you know, awesome." Or I normally won't say anything. I'll say "pew pew pew woo," you know, if I can just stop by, because obviously I don't want to comment on a video I have no clue about. You know what I mean?
But if you just pop in for 30 seconds and leave a comment, it's going to show up in their spam folder because you didn't give enough view time to that video.
Well, I don't know. Spamming is normally when you say too much in a comment section, right? Like you say your comment, and then you scroll down, you see somebody else commented, and then you want to join in, so you comment on that. And then you scroll down a little bit further and see somebody else commented on something. You comment, and then you comment on something else below that. What happens is you get picked off by the bot, or the algorithm goes, wait a minute, why is this guy just blasting this comment section? He must be spam. Let's just chuck him, you know. And then you get put in the spam folder. But when somebody just pops in and watches 30 seconds of video, you get that watch time. 30 seconds is the bare minimum of what it requires to get the like and the watch.
Okay.
So,
but what I'm getting at though is if they leave that comment, they're going to show up, and if they leave a comment, it'll show up in the spam folder.
Why?
I don't know what the time limit is. I've heard 2 minutes. You just mentioned 30 seconds. I don't
Yeah,
know.
3 minutes.
Test that out.
I don't know, man. I've never had that happen before. Normally, I can go to anybody's channel and type "woo pew pew pew." 9 seconds may go by, and then I'll leave, and then 20 minutes later, I'll see that they like and they liked it and they made a comment to it. So I think that's inaccurate. I don't think that's quite accurate. I think
Okay,
people just.
well,
I think people
okay.
just kind of. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying maybe the information that was presented to you might be inaccurate. You know what I mean?
Well, I get that, but here's the other deal too, is
Mm.
because there were people that would show up in the spam folder, but because I had seen them, I would the 3 dots or whatever, and there's an option to always approve comments from this
Right.
subscriber. And if you do that, they will never show up in spam again, no matter if they watch 10
Yes.
seconds or whatever.
That is correct. Now that happens every once in a while. I don't know why YouTube picks certain people like Rod Piker. You guys probably all know Rod Piker.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He popped in on for the past 6 months. He's been commenting on my videos, and I never knew it because he got put in the spam folder. And all of a sudden, I went back and I was like, okay, comments held for review, and I saw that like 3/4 of them were Rod Piker. I was like, oh man, I watch this guy's channel. I comment. I didn't even know he was saying anything to me, you know. And so I cleared him, and now I explained it to him, and he goes, oh, wow, that's crazy. Maybe I should check with other people to see if that's happening to me too. I don't know where YouTube decides that's okay to spam and put you in the spam folder. Normally, you only get spammed when it's a link. Like if you try to drop a link on somebody's, YouTube comment section, that's normally gets immediately picked off as spam, unless you're a moderator for the channel. So
Yeah,
if the channel gave you a wrench, then you can drop links. If they didn't, and you try to post like, hey, can you give me the link? And then you go find the link and you post it, it'll actually spam you.
Okay.
I know. YouTube's confusing as hell, I know.
Well, they keep changing the damn rules too, apparently.
Yes, they do.
And I have not read any rules in forever. In fact, I don't know that I ever have.
Well, it's about to get a lot more crazy, so just be ready for it, man. It sounds like a lot of it's for the good, like a lot of the trolling channels, like nasty trolling channels that go after your personal life and stuff like that, those channels will be gone. They're working on that. However, the dark web seems to disappear. So Indigo, you were talking about the dark web, real dark web stuff.
Mhm.
There is a real nasty side to YouTube that I'm not sure a lot of people understand, and it all started with what's called the YTDC, the YouTube drinking community. And that is a very dark place to visit on YouTube. I mean, very dark place. You need to be real careful. If any of you go in there and you search YTDC or CBDC, craft beer drinking community, YouTube drinking community, you'll find that most of the people in there wear masks. They hide their face and their identity. They are serious about what they do. They drink, and if you say anything to them, they will troll your personal life until they tear you apart, make you lose your job, go after you as a person, like crazy stuff, man. That's the dark web YouTube actually offers. So when you hear people say, like, I got trolled really bad, they may have been. Like, when people are like, oh, don't take trolling serious, they can't affect you. They absolutely can. There are channels hell-bent out there on taking your personal life out. So don't ever think YouTube is a fun place, because it can turn around just as quickly and really tear your personal life apart fast. So
Yeah, like that one time with Alvin's live stream, that was nuts.
Well, I got trolled by the Order 66 pack 2 years ago. And man, oh man, they cost me my job, my girlfriend her job. We had to move. I had to change my cell phone number. It got crazy.
Damn, dude, that's insane.
It is insane. And when I brought it to the police, you know what they did?
Shrug. Yeah.
What do you want us to do about it, bro? Why don't you go talk to the government? Okay, who do I talk to? IC3.gov. That's the FBI, Criminal Internet Crimes Division. I said, I said, you think they're going to listen to a lonely YouTuber? Do you know how much bigger cases they have to deal with? You're telling me there's absolutely no justification for this. Like, there's nothing you can legally do to go after this person. Tearing my life apart. Well, did you give them your information? No. Well, then they use public information to find out who you are. That's why you shouldn't get on public forums. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, there you go. So if that tells you how much somebody can actually do to you and get away with it, yeah, it's not even a crime at that point. They can tear your life apart.
Well, apparently you need to stop pissing people off, Dan.
Well, I do it in a much nicer way. I don't go after your personal life, dude, and I never will. Your personal life is your personal life. That's you.
It's envy, obviously.
I'm envious?
No, not you. The people that were doing it to you.
Oh, yeah, no. Maybe. No, I think they were just a bunch of dickheads.
Okay,
I think they were just a bunch of dickheads.
I'm sending this junk to Ed.
You doing what?
I'm sending this junk to you, Ed. I see too much crap wrong with it.
What? No,
Wait,
do you mean,
it sounds like you just got frustrated and gave up. That's what it sounds like.
No, you just get frustrated.
There's wires that are showing, and these little wires here.
What do you mean? Like exposed wire?
build, man.
Yeah, like somehow there's exposed wire. I don't have enough light in here to take a good picture of it yet, but there's like somehow must be because it got crushed together. You know, from putting it all together, maybe it cracked open or something.
Oh, you mean like the wires you see bare copper showing?
Yeah, there's like slices or cuts in them or something. Like maybe they got cut when we sandwiched it together.
Oh boy, you've been grounding out on the frame.
Yeah.
Do you notice how he used the we word? I wasn't there, Eric. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'm here, JP Slayer.
We were telling him to Ryan to just mash it all in there, weren't we?
Ryan's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, it did take a couple of impacts as well.
Yeah, I see a bare wire.
So you probably just need to replace, that wire.
Put some electric.
Or, yeah, depending how bad it is, you can shrink tube it.
I just flushed my problems away.
I'm gonna see if I can't get a picture. I doubt it, but
God damn, it's cold in here. All right, that's it. I'm adjusting the temperature. There's no reason it should be this
cold anywhere where you're at, Dan. You're in frickin' Florida, man.
Because somebody turned the air conditioner way down in this building, and it's raining outside, which brought the temperature way down. So now the inside of this building is cold as heck. All right, what do we got? Oh yeah, it's 67 degrees in here. Jesus.
Yeah, it's chilly.
Okay, come on.
If you're used to Florida weather and you're in 67-degree temperatures, that's cold.
67. That's
Yeah.
tank top weather.
We keep it at 72 in here.
72, that's probably special. Man, I love when the only way I get to 72 in this place is in the wintertime.
Okay.
It is pouring outside right now.
I'm gonna send.
You're really hell bent on sending this to Ed to fix it, aren't you?
No, I'm just sending him the picture.
Oh,
He's going to send it to Ryan.
No, I'll fix it.
I know you will.
One of these years.
One of these years, my ass. You're going to fix it tonight.
I say we just have a ritual burning. I'll get my Tyro, you get yours. We'll throw them all in a fire at the same time.
There you go. See that shiny part, Ryan, on the top wire? That's a wire showing through the red wire, not the yellow.
Okay, I see it.
I mean, I could probably cover it with shrink wrap, maybe. I don't know.
No,
Dude,
look,
you could cut a little piece of electrical tape and just roll it over that, and you're done.
Do you have any heat shrink?
I don't have any small enough.
Yeah, no.
Jeez,
That's why I
ooh.
said I would just use the electrical tape for now. Like, cut it though. Like, don't just rip it. Use scissors so it's nice, and do it right.
So that's just what I discovered now. I don't know what that wire goes to, or if it's
what color is it?
Well, it's red. It's a red wire, so it's
Positive.
positive. The heat shrink that you got around it though looks oddly like fried bologna. Like,
yeah,
I'm kind of confused about
it's
that.
because it was too big. Remember, it didn't shrink down all the way.
Here, let's see if I can.
Look, man. First of all, we've seen some of Eric's shrink wrap jobs, and they're so bulky, yet he couldn't fit the stuff together inside the bird in the first place.
Yeah, I had to take a layer off. Flex seal, what JB says.
Yeah, no, he's all about the flex seal. Is he the one that mentioned after Dan needed that for his boat?
Did you ever get that fixed, JP? I think he's having problems with his blade motor or something.
All right, can you guys see that? Are you guys getting that fried bologna wrapped around those wires?
Yeah.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. Like,
That is called the Slocum Special.
The Slocum Special.
now, if you wrap the yellow wire around it, it would look like mustard, dude.
Yeah, I think you need to hang up that shrink wrap and stuff and get you some good electrical tape.
Or just get get the right stuff. That's all. Just get the right stuff.
Yeah, I gotta go shopping for it.
I mean, the thing is, I'm sorry, but shrink wrap is just bulky. Even when it shrinks down tight.
It didn't shrink down all the way. That was the problem with that one. It was too big. It was like,
I don't know. I like using it. I cut it really small though. I use small pieces.
yeah, I didn't have anything smaller.
And technically, really, that stuff should be going right to the board, but whatever.
Oh boy, that dude would be pissed. Wow. So we're having a problem with this dude bringing his boat on the property. It's against the deed restricted community rules and guidelines here. And he's been warned like 7 times to not bring his boat here. And he's gotten like 4 citations for it now. And so now the homeowner association president's like, I sent a picture. I was like, hey, the boat's back. Are we going to do anything about this? And Ryan goes, tar and feather, then have it towed. Michael, who's our property manager, I work under Michael, goes, I will have my, who is it? Oh, assistant order tar and feather. Should we discuss how hot it should be? Oh my. I love that they're playing along, but no, seriously, are we going to tow somebody's boat? That is my question. You guys think it's legal to tow a boat out of somebody's driveway?
As long as they agreed to the terms of the HOA, absolutely.
Oh boy, this is a big pontoon boat too, man.
The
He's gonna
thing,
be
I was
pissed.
in a condo in Deerfield Beach for a while, and a friend came by to pick me up because we were going camping in the Keys, and he was just parked out in the parking lot of the condo for a couple of hours while we loaded stuff into the boat and all that. And we caught all kinds of crap about that. That was bullshit.
Boo sheep. Boo sheep. Boo sheep. Boo sheep.
I mean, don't you agree? I mean, a guy should be able to pull his boat in there and unload it. I'm not saying he should park it there.
Well, that's the problem though, is that he's breaking the rules by working on it. We've warned him that he can bring it home, but it has to be gone by nighttime. You can park it in your driveway, you just can't work on it, and it has to be gone by nighttime. Once again, he's been working on it all day with tools, and it's sitting in his driveway at nighttime.
So,
so
you live in one of those neighborhoods where there's all kinds of rules?
I don't. I run the neighborhood.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, see, that was his first mistake. Is letting somebody control his house.
Well, yeah, they're all stupid. As far as I'm concerned, they're all kind of dumb for moving into deed restricted, but that's just me. I mean, I sit here and I write the letters and I go, that sucks.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm mad and you can't do this. I absolutely can, and you're going to, or I will be forced to fine you. And then if you choose not to pay the fine, I'll put a lien against your house and we'll take over your house and kick you out of your own house. How about that?
Yeah, see, that's why I'll never live in some place like that.
Not only that, oh, you'd like to sell your house now and move out? That's wonderful. Now you get a Gestapo inspection. Yeah. Yeah, we don't play around here. You want to argue with us, and you make the choice to move into deed restricted community.
Yep.
And when you do that, and you don't read the fine print because you're all excited about getting your new house, then you run into stuff like this. Well, why can't I park my four-wheeler on my driveway? Because it's a four-wheeler and it's in your driveway, and this is a deed restricted community. It's cookie cutter, bro. If you have a four-wheeler, that means everybody else has to have a four-wheeler on their driveway.
Yeah, if I can't pee off my porch, then I'm not going to live there.
I can't pee off my porch.
Oh, come on, Carlos. You know good and well you got restrictions on you, too.
What happened? Don't make me tell some Carlos jokes. Kind of sad, man. I thought Captain was going to answer me.
Yeah,
I think we gotta get some new shrink
I
tape.
think he's multitasking.
Yeah, I think so too, because I saw him pop in the chat for a second.
Yeah, and I saw him upload a video too, so he's probably bouncing around.
Right.
So who's this on the screen? That was you, Dan? Flipping and rolling?
No, that was one of mine.
That's one of yours.
Oh yeah, I can see Indigo's dog's shadow in the video.
Bye, Michael McReynolds. Let's see. Back from the sky. Just as I'm writing it, you said Gestapo. Oh yeah, no joke, man. I will pull a the more crap you talk to me and act like you run things, the worse it's gonna get for you. Hey, you know that roof looks like it might need to be replaced. Huh? Yeah. I'm gonna have an inspector come have a look at that roof. You can't sell a house if the roof needs to be replaced first.
That's what keeps me in business.
That's just freaking vicious, Dan.
Hey. Then don't be a jerk. I'm that guy.
Oh man, that's just crazy stuff.
Michael McReynolds says, "Good night to you, Indigo."
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna mess with this anymore tonight because I need to get shrink tape. I gotta make this look pretty again.
I have an idea. How about you take it outside and pee on it off your front porch?
Do I gotta film it?
I don't see why not.
If you didn't film it, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, right?
You gotta have the battery hooked up to it too, by the way.
Yeah, we want to watch it fry while it gets the yellow shower, the golden shower.
Golden shower.
Dude, you do have a Source One like waiting to be built.
Yes, I do. So
Come on, man.
in all reality, I should be building the Source One instead. That's bad.
Yep.
Here.
I'm not going to dispute that.
This is your perfect opportunity to pee on a quad.
I got this perfectly fine looking Paduga build right here.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to take it outside and be like, this is what I think of the Tyro 99, and that's what you should label the video. And then just listen to your pants unzip and then just watch the yellow stream start to flow all over it while it's plugged in.
Watch the steam come up.
Yeah, just exactly. And then upload it. You can't get in trouble for it because technically all you did was pee. We never got to see Wiener.
I don't know. Just something makes me, okay.
Yeah,
I
especially
saw
with kids.
Eric when he first lifted that thing off, and I saw him lift it off in the park. And he was one happy camper, until it tried to fly away.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the Tyro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what mine did. Same thing. I took off and it was doing fine. And all of a sudden it went haywire. Shot straight up in the air. And then it did a backflip. And then it powered itself into the ground at full throttle. Smack and delaminated the frame.
So in all actuality, I should just get rid of all of these parts.
No, keep the motors and stuff.
Keep the motor, but the rest of the crap needs to go. And then just
keep the motors and frame. You may want to build something later, but I would say junk the rest of it.
Dude, it's awesome for practice soldering. Practice soldering that shit, dude. Just keep fucking with it. Like, just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then when you feel good about it, build that Source One, because that thing's a tank, dude. It's a tank, and I guarantee whatever Paduga told you to put in that thing for its guts is going to be better than anything on that Tyro.
Yeah, but it'll be winter time before that shit happens.
Oh, man. It should take like a day, dude.
Yeah, Mamba.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You got the F4. That's an F4 stack. See, dude, it's going to fly really nice, man. I'm telling you.
You got to do a CLA dump to it, man. You got to ask for Paduga's rates. Drop them on yours. You won't regret it.
That's a good idea, man. That is a good idea.
Yep. I test all my friends' FPV stuff, so if I like somebody's rates better than mine, I just go, hey, would you mind copying this to the file so I can drop it later? I bring it with me so that they can just drop theirs right on a disk or on a flash drive, and I can take it home and try it on mine. I mean, every drone's a little different, but sometimes you can find somebody got theirs just perfect, and you actually really enjoy how they fly.
Right. I'm still learning about how to do that. How to tune.
See, everybody thinks I'm a GPS guy. Oh, I'm really not. I dabble with the entire hobby. Like, I like all of it. I enjoy this thoroughly. I get into all of it, but unfortunately, there's just the FPV is not nearly as large as the GPS community. So
Really?
you gotta stick with what works, man.
I don't care what it is.
Wow.
I fly them all: airplanes, helicopters, drones.
Yeah. There's so much more interest in GPS still because a lot of people don't have the skill set or can't fly FPV.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
good point.
A lot of people can't get used to the goggles. A lot of people can't stare at the small screens and try to fly manual. Like it causes disorientation. It's totally different than a GPS quad that just sits there. You push forward, it goes forward. You stop it, lets go, and stops.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I said there's a much larger base of people that follow the GPS versus the FPV. FPV is more for the elite. you know, mid-range pilots and elite, then GPS is more for professionals trying to take photography and, you know, basic users just going out to take some cool footage.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about it that way, but it makes sense. I did the same thing. I had a Phantom 4 Advanced before I had something to fly acro with.
Yep. I think we all started that way. But like I said, I have what? I'm not totally into the FPV scene, but I've done enough of these now to have fun with it. I've been through Tyro 99s. I've been through the Rodeo 110, well, heck, Ed, you still flying the Mantis 85, or did you finally wreck that thing? I blew mine into pieces on a tree. It just shattered.
Ah, that thing looks like a fun little quad to fly too.
It really is. It's fast.
Yeah.
It's zippy. It's got a lot of power on, especially on 3S. It's zippy.
Right.
It's
I have
fantastic for what it is.
on 3S, but
What's that?
it's still, I have not tried it on 3S. It's
Yeah, look at that thing. That's awesome.
It's just I got an issue with the VTX. It has no range. I have good picture close up, but I can't get 100 feet away. And
Well, a lot of that is your goggle output as well. So your goggles, if you have a really decent pair of goggles, they'll be able to take it further. Like I noticed when we had my Commander V1s on the Mantis and we flew it out, I could cross the entire back half of the field. I could go all the way around the back of the stadium and come back.
You don't understand. I've flown this thing fine with the goggles I have. It's just something has changed. I think it's the antenna.
Oh, well, too many hits, fall over too many times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I ended up changing the camera on mine. At some point, I finally snapped off the antenna. So I bought a 3-in-1 25. I bumped it up to 100 milliwatts, and that seemed to be fine. So it's crappier camera for sure going that route, but you do get a lot better range out of it if you do one of the 3-in-1 cameras. I bought one of the micro 3-in-1 cameras.
I mean, I had pretty good range with it, I thought, you know, for 25 milliwatts, but just one day, it just all of a sudden, and it happened in one day. I crashed. It wasn't that bad or anything, but I took it off again, and then I went 100 feet out, and then it went to shit. So it's intense.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I always noticed that mine got really hot. The FPV or the VTX got really hot. So I don't know, man. I'm wondering if yours started to do what mine did. Mine started frying. I started getting heavy lines in mine as it got hotter and more use was put on it. Especially after a few crashes, then I really started seeing some weakness in the FPV. That's when I decided to switch over. And so I don't know, man. It's up to you. I put an omnidirectional on mine at that point, and I was having a blast. I just figured out my camera angle, and then I glued it in place, and it was fine. So.
And that could very somebody else has said that to me too, that the power output of the VTX could have finally just because yes, when you plug it in, that camera get hot. It get hot
quick. You had to take off fast so you could cool it off. If you didn't take off fast, you were just burning up the FPV module. So I mean, like I said, the downside to switching cameras to a 3-in-1, and you have to go with a 3-in-1 setup. Okay, the downside to doing it is that you don't get any on-screen display anymore. But you can't use a regular camera setup on it because the one they had was particularly made just for the Mantis. It had all of the parts built right into it, but it also had the antenna. So essentially it was a 3-in-1, but it also had on-screen display and all the other stuff. Now you can't get a micro camera that small. I already tested that theory. You can't get one that small that fits in there with its own antenna and still runs on-screen display and everything else. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you had to go with a 3-in-1 setup. You had no choice. It was just two wires, black and red. All you could do is give the camera power. The on-screen display was useless unless you were going to put a whole bunch more weight in it and add a whole other board to it and try to figure out how to slam all that in that little package. It was useless.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Exactly. You barely have any room to work with. So I went with a micro camera. I pulled it out of the module. I slid it in there. I removed the whole faceplate camera setup. I figured out which angle I wanted it at. I glued it into place, took it for a couple flights. I adjusted the camera angle again. When I finally found my happy point, I glued it there, and that was it. But then I pulverized it against a tree going like 60 on 3S, and it was just parts.
Yeah, I can see where that would be detrimental to its health.
Well, you know, on 2S, man, it's actually quick. It's hitting 35, 40 miles an hour. On 3S, it's going 60. It's screaming, man. It's a little screamer on 3S.
I mean, I've certainly had it like this more than a few times. You know, it's just. I mean, it is a wizard.
Yeah.
It'll whiz.
It's got
Especially these props I put on it, man. I love these props on it.
That's what I ended up doing. I changed over to what did I go with? They were a lot more aggressive. They gave it decent hang time too for how heavy it was. Such a small thing. There were Jen's Gem Fan something. I remember what I had. That was a while ago now. I haven't had the thing for 7 months now.
These are the Hulkies, and I don't know what the pitch is or anything, but I didn't think they were going to even fit at first. The clearance is like minuscule.
Yes, and that's what I was going to tell you. I actually I did a video about the Gem Fan, so if you start flying it again, check out my video. It actually really helped with the takeoff. Like, they are so aggressive that when you just blip the throttle, man, it just comes up. The stock props, I noticed, are really like heavy. They almost feel like they sag in the power. You know what I'm saying? They're not.
The stock props look like something on a ceiling fan. I call them paddle.
Yeah, paddle props. Yeah, I guess. So, yeah, I don't know, man, but I was flying on Gem Fams, and, man, it was a totally different world. As soon as I took off, I was like, holy crap, this just went from, like, kind of rough to fly to graceful. Like, it just felt different. It acted different. It was just so much smoother in the air. Instantly could tell the difference running the Gen Fams.
Yeah, I need to play with props more. I don't know. I took the Batman. It originally came with 5042s. I put 5043 Gem Fan Wind Dancers on it, and really different.
Heck yeah.
Those Gem Fan Wind Dancers I just took off of my 5-inch. They were making my motors come back a little bit too warm. So I put on 5040 Cyclones, and now it's pretty cool. I can rip it pretty good, and they don't come back on fire.
Wait, Mars said I'm fake? Yeah, thump him for me, Kaz. They're talking about the Ken video I made about is DW fake.
Oh, Dan.
Oh, okay.
Your Hudson video with Hitler.
Funny stuff, huh? You like that?
Yeah, I did. I commented on it, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
The funny thing is, somebody just put out a video. It's a collaboration of stuff, but in it's our president Trump, and he there's a segment in there where it uses the same footage, but they changed it, and so it's Hitler cussing about Trump. He's going to be dying, whatever. It's hilarious, man. You gotta see it. I'll send you.
I did one about Casey Neistat. Man, that was the worst decision I ever made. Don't ever make a video about Casey Neistat using Hitler. People lose their mind. That was dumb. I did that about 1.5 years ago. I was like, everybody, what video do you want me to make next? And somebody was like, tell Casey Neistat to stop flying illegally while the rest of us get in trouble for it. He doesn't. And I was like, all right. So I used the Hitler video again, right? Talking about the police coming to Casey and how Hitler's going to defend Casey. And then one of the guys comes in and says, I don't remember how I worded it, but Casey was actually kind of a douchebag. And then he goes, come to think of it, you're right. Casey's stupid hair always looks like he's windswept getting off a skateboard. You know, and I went into this whole long rant with Hitler just going absolutely AWOL on Casey Neistat. And dude, I posted that video, and within like, man, I want to say 13 hours, I had like 14,000 views.
Damn.
And man, it was just hate, bro. Like I was just getting slammed with haters. I was like, holy mackerel, I got to take this down before I get troll rolled and wiped out. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
I know. But the thing is, a view is a view, right?
man, dude, it was no joke. I woke up the next day crapping my pants like they're about to end my channel. And the only reason I made it is because everybody said make a funny video about Casey. You know, I didn't think the Casey fans would actually take it personal. I thought they'd get the joke. Apparently not. I used references like shoving pineapples up Casey Neistat's butt. Nobody got it.
That was
Well, first of all, I don't even know who the Casey character is.
He's not popular anymore. A year ago, he would have been popular. He stopped making videos basically at this point because he got $25 million and walked away from YouTube.
Yeah, he was
Pretty much
crushing it, dude.
Crushing it until he realized he had enough money to do whatever he wanted for him and his family the rest of his life with no issues. So he just walked away. He said, why put myself under the stress? I don't need to. I don't need to do this anymore.
Wow.
I don't know who
Friends.
Casey is. I have no clue.
Friends with Robert Kinsel, the creator of YouTube,
Oh, okay.
the CEO of YouTube. Anyways, I don't know, man. Casey was really well known. He started off as a vlogger, and then he got a Bebop 1 when they first came out in like 2012 or 13, and he started taking some really incredible footage with the Bebop 1, and people were like, wow, this guy's amazing. And he had this really unique editing style that nobody had seen before, and he was using music nobody had even thought to use before, and he was a very uniquely talented individual for editing and making video sourcing. And he put it to work, and he did exactly what he set out to do. He was an original person, but as time went on, he became a sellout, and he just saw nothing but dollar signs. And I get it, man. You're successful. Why not take advantage of it? Why do you have to do this the rest of your life? You don't. You know what I mean? Casey took advantage of it. He did exactly what he set out to do. He became popular. He became known by everybody. He talked to some of the biggest names, and I mean, heck, Hollywood even had him out there for a while.
Yeah, he was balling, dude.
Yeah, he was going nuts, man, out in Hollywood. They were trying to get him on TV shows and newscasting, and they were trying to just talk. Anybody wanted to get close to Casey. And this is just a vlogger. He was just a guy that talked about his daily life and his business he was building for himself, and he just took incredible video footage and incredible shots, man. He knew what he was doing, and nobody had seen anything like it before. But then, like I said, he started a company, and they bought the company from him for $25 million. Would you continue doing YouTube if you had $25 million, or would you just walk away because the rest of your life is taken care of?
I'd still be doing YouTube, but it may not be make videos so much. But I don't know.
Like his net worth now, that's just what he made off the one deal. Let me show you what his net worth is. Remember, this was just an American-made YouTuber. He's nowhere near as big as PewDiePie, but he had more watch time. PewDiePie has more subs, but Casey has more watch time and more viewership.
Okay.
Let's
What's
see.
PewDiePie?
Huh?
What's PewDiePie?
Another YouTuber.
He's like a game streamer, I think, isn't he?
Yes.
I mean, I know the name. The thing is, you know, the only reason I started this was never to even think about being monetized or anything. It was just a way to share my love of flying, and then I met all you characters, and I don't know. It just went from there, you know.
So after everything was said and done, he paid off all his businesses, his houses, bought all his cars, did everything he was going to. He settled with a hefty $16 million. He has more money than most of the decent actors that you see still acting in movies today. And he's just a YouTuber. Now, that may not seem like a lot of money, but $16 million is a lot of money.
Dude, are you serious? It would be life-changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you've paid everything off, though. So, and he's not much older than us, man. He's 81, so I'm 87.
80.
Yeah, okay. It's
Well,
sure,
all right. I forgot. I forgot you were in here, old timer. My bad.
yeah, if you're 87, then I'm 180 something.
No. Casey, you guys know who Casey Neistat is. I know. Okay, CrayZ. CrayZ.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the video with the guy that gets picked up by the drone and goes snowboarding over the top of buildings with a drone carrying him?
I think so.
I'm almost certain I sent you that video, dude.
That was Casey Neistat being
Yep.
picked up by a drone and snowboarding, getting dragged up a mountain by a massive drone.
Okay, yeah, I saw that video. Like,
I figured there's a lot of his videos you've probably seen. You just didn't know who he was.
yeah.
I wonder if I can charge. Hold on, I'm gonna try to charge my earpiece and talk at the same time. Let's see if this is even possible. I doubt it, but I'm gonna give it a go.
I don't know too many channels outside of like our family on YouTube here. The only ones I really watch outside of the family are the fishing ones, like Catch 'em All Fishing and Raw Fishing and Paul, whatever his name is, Lakes Exotic, Animal Ranch, all that. They're all like one kind of YouTube click group thing. They all join each other's videos a lot and hang out.
I can't believe that actually worked. Okay, cool.
And the other guy is Mike. Was it crap? What is the other guy? Monster Mike Fishing.
I don't know any fishing channels.
Yeah, they're all fishing. That's all about all I watch is besides the community we got here.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I visited a few that have to do with things I used to do, like sailing and stuff like that, and then some travel stuff. But usually because they came by my place, and I don't even know how they found me, But there's so much content about people that I want to see that have to do with the hobby I'm in. I don't have time to check out the others,
I am. I might as well announce that we got some people that are watching. I will be getting. Remember that helicopter that was a turd that I tested the crap out of?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be getting another one because I'm still getting hate mail over it.
No way, dude. Seriously?
So I will be getting another one, and I'm going to be testing it more because people swear up and down it's a great flyer.
Which one is that?
That Renegade, that big gray turd.
The big gray turd?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that the one that you couldn't get it to really pitch forward and we tried to like weigh it down and it ended up smoking the thing?
Yeah.
I kind of remember that now.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put like a quarter on the nose of it or something.
I put the little the snowboarding guy on it. It worked, and then all of a sudden it was done. This little snowboard guy, this guy weighs like nothing, absolutely nothing. Maybe it's probably weighs less than a quarter or a nickel.
Oh, that's the one you're getting a hate mail about?
No, the Renegade helicopter, the gray one.
I was gonna say that ain't no damn helicopter.
The last video I made of it, I killed it because I put that little guy on it. I sent it to Hillbilly Pyro. He wanted it.
What did he do with it? Blow it up?
What's that?
What did he do with it? Blow it up?
Yeah, I think he tried swapping out batteries to see if he could get it more powerful and whatnot. He did his own testing with it. I think he ended up giving up on it too. But I'm going to get another one because people are still sending me hate mail, still telling me I got to do this to it, I got to do that to it, blah, blah, blah.
That's pretty funny.
You shouldn't have to do a damn thing to it. It should fly out of the box.
Exactly. That's why I tried to say the way I did the reviews, I tell you what it says it's supposed to do on the box. I test out what it says it's supposed to do on the box. And if it doesn't say, or if it doesn't do what it says it's supposed to do, then it's a turd.
Right.
As Brian would say, it's a turd.
There
Brian
you go.
has set the benchmark with that phrase.
Yeah. I thought I was done with it, but I guess I'll be revisiting it again.
Yeah, screw
So-
that, man.
okay.
You got better things to put your money into than another turd.
That time as well, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I want to know what's going on with that badass helicopter that you tried to take Tiffany's head off with.
That was probably the next project after I had this Tyro going. I got to calibrate it. I got to call somebody on it because the instructions that came with it make absolutely no sense.
Oh man.
Now I got to call somebody. I got to call the actual
Oops.
somebody that makes them or something and have them tell me how to do it because the instructions are. And there's no videos whatsoever on how to calibrate it, so mine will be the first one.
There might be a reason for that.
Yeah.
Dude, you got a Source One and a Mamba F4 stack and motors. What is that thing missing? Because honestly, dude, that's a bet. Dude, that thing's gonna
I got everything for it to go.
All right. So what's the holdup, man? Fire up that iron. Let's roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were going to take the VTX from the Baduga build and put it in the Tyro. Thinking maybe now you just need to roll with the Baduga build.
Yeah, it's something.
Right.
That's something. But I think I'll continue messing with the Tyros just to see if I can get it to fly. But I think I should switch focus, and put on the Baduga build now.
Agreed. Totally, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna start doing that a week ago. I can't remember what happened, if I got called into work or what. But I planned on messing with it to get it started.
Yeah, so I went to Casey Neistat's channel. He's got some uploads, but a recent one he did was manipulated, tricked, brainwashed, moving past the social media addiction. He's basically saying he was addicted to uploading videos. So now he only uploads one video a month.
So he's still trying to keep his channel active, apparently.
Well, I think he still enjoys it, but he doesn't want. He was doing daily vlogs, like he was doing this daily. You know what I'm saying? Like day or every other day. And I think he was getting really burnt out. You could tell because his eyes were getting more and more sunken into the back of his head. You know,
Right.
I think it was taking a toll on him. But yeah, so now he just uploads once a month. So that's 12 videos a year. That's pretty low.
Shit, I remember agonizing over just. I still do. Whenever I edit a video, just of flying for 10 minutes, taking
right.
hours just to edit it, and a crappy edit at that.
He carved himself a niche and he did a great job. But like imagine the passion and drive that went behind that for years. Like hell yeah, that would become an addiction. Absolutely, I think it would.
And that was my problem, man. I was posting 2-3 times, a week, sometimes 4, heck, sometimes 5 times a week. But I was editing all those, and it felt really good. I was having a lot of fun. I'll tell you what slowed me down was watching everybody fall apart. All the drama start, all the it was like factions, man. High school factions breaking up and splitting ways. It was crazy. This all started about a year and a half ago. I started watching the whole community fall apart and go their own ways. It was like, what the heck is going on here?
That is weird.
And after that, man, I just kind of was like, all right, well, I'm just going to do me, and I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to pop into people's live streams, say fart, poop, dirtbag, wiener, cock balls. Don't care. It's like, whatever. I don't care.
What was that you were saying to mine? Poop something.
What's that? Yeah, I just pop in and be like, yeah, poop, poop. No, Steven comes in and says, poop in your pants.
Yeah, what was it you said? Something to do with poop.
Yeah, poop party.
Yeah, something like that. I was
hashtag everybody poops.
Yeah.
No, I just gave up because I'm like, dang, man, there's so much fighting and animosity and craziness going on here. Like, I thought this was a drone community. What happened?
Drama sucks, man.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I don't do
It's not that I'm. I'm still the same guy, man. I just don't care anymore. Like I see people fight. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Heard that? That was a fart.
I don't really understand it. I don't really understand how there's drama.
I
I'm
don't
not
either.
saying
That's
that
why.
there isn't. I'm just saying I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there's just
well.
no need for it.
I don't pay attention, so I step back because I'm not taking YouTube that serious.
It's not just
No.
YouTube though. Like I've seen it in the Rotor Riot group, like all those Facebook groups. The Rotor,
Yep.
what's the other one? Rotor Riot community and like Team Black Sheep Lounge, and they were just talking about how they kicked Bardwell out for something. It's like, oh my god, why is there all this drama? I just don't.
Drama. I
I
know.
ignore all of it, dude. I ignore all of it. I just don't care.
Well, it seems like social media is making people more and more negative over time.
And
like it's
divided,
and
absolutely.
divided, right? It's causing so much divide. And I remember when it was fun, like 2 years ago. This was fun, man. I had a great time doing this. I was excited to come and be passionate with everybody else about this. And then people started splitting off and doing their own thing. And next thing you know, this group's mad at that group. And well, I'm streaming on this day and you can't stream on this day. And Saturday's the only day it's available to you. No, don't tell me Saturday's the only. This is a massive platform. I'm not going to stream just because you tell me I can't stream on the same day that you're streaming.
Right.
Like I watched all of this go down. I'm like, what the hell is happening? Just stream. There's 9 billion people that use this platform. Shut up and stream, all of you.
Who cares?
God damn, man. Christ.
Yeah.
It was like,
I look, Dan. I hear you, brother. And I don't know why. I felt the urge to go live tonight, and somebody that is usually on at this time. Well, they might have been gone. They would have been gone by now. But I'm like, hey, what the hell? I'll go on, and then I notice somebody else. I'm like, well, wait a minute. They don't own the tube. So there you go.
And I've come to that conclusion. That's why I've changed. People think people legitimately think I've become this bad guy and I'm so hateful. I'm not. I'm just out doing what I want to do. I'm having fun now. I don't care what I'm not tiptoeing around YouTube for people. You know, that legit, that is what this has become. You know, don't say that, Dan. Don't say that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that shit's pretty funny, dude.
Yeah.
And one thing that I am actually proud of, and that is, and I've said this forever, even on my Facebook page, on my Twitter, whatever, is that I will never proclaim to be politically correct. I say what I feel, and I'm not ashamed of what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's the only way to be, though, man. It's. I just want everybody to be themselves. It's so easy. I can't understand why people can't just come on here and just be truthful, honest, and be yourself. You know, I don't understand. Everybody felt like they can just be the self-made channel. Boy, when monetizing took off, that's when everybody changed. You notice that?
Oh, that's interesting.
Well,
I haven't been doing it long enough to have that observation, but it makes sense.
I noticed after, and I was, I've been monetized for almost 3 years, but I never really think about it. I make sure that I have enough every month to get at least a paycheck. Do I ball out? No, I get, sometimes I get lucky. I get $270 a month. Sometimes I have a really bad month like this one's going to suck. I'm going to get $110. It's not going to be the best month, but it helps me buy parts for drones and buy little things that I need to keep the RC products in the air. And you know what I'm saying? My hobby's paying for itself. That's all I care about.
And that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
And but look at how much work I had to do to get there. Was it worth the work or the effort? Probably not. The only reason I did it is because I enjoyed it. Now the enjoyment is coming out of it for me. I'm not having fun like I used to because everybody's turned into dickheads.
Yeah, then everybody turning their backs to you because you're getting monetized. Like, what the crap is that?
Right.
That makes
now you're making money. Now you're a sellout. You're a dude. I've been this whole time. I've been making money. You didn't know that? Now your opinions have been swayed.
Doesn't matter to me.
My opinions have been swayed now. That's what they say. How much did they pay you to say that? Nothing. They didn't pay me anything. They just sent me the product. I told you it sucked, and I moved on with life.
And the only thing that's changed with me is I haven't been doing the Saturday shout-outs. I worked a lot more, and yeah, I'm getting monetized, but I haven't checked it. I have no clue how much I have or how it works.
Dude, you have to look, man. You have to make a serious amount of viewership, watch time to even make like 50 cents, bro.
Yeah, I have no idea what. I don't even know what it says in there.
1,000 videos are on my channel, and I make roughly, think about it, 2 cents per click. That's what you're getting paid, man. So unless you have a ton of content or you know how to make really good viral videos, it may be a whole 3 years before you make your first $100.
Yeah,
that's the reality of it, man.
I know
if you're not,
I still get tons of views from all the reviews I've done. That's what's
and that's the thing. That's modifications and reviews. Those will get you some money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Indigo. Are we taking up too much of your time, sir?
Oh no, that's not you. That's the caffeine coursing through my blood. I'm just like ready to smash this desk into pieces.
Dude, that's awesome. Like coffee's like cocaine, huh?
It is slightly cheaper. Just kidding, but it's fantastic, man. I'm geeked up right now, pretty good.
I know, dude. You sound like you're ready to go find God and punch him in the dick. All I hear is you go.
That's normal.
I'm just like, oh, man.
In here, I'm sweating balls, dude.
That's normal. 5 times a night. That's a normal function for Indigo.
I've come to the conclusion everybody thinks something's wrong with me. Would you guys agree with that? I got everybody like dipped on me and they're all like, "Oh, DW is going crazy. He's going off the deep end."
I'm just waiting for your fishing videos.
Dude, we've already been fishing, bro.
I've seen it. I haven't seen the video yet. I saw the notification a couple days ago.
Yeah, well, if you want to call that fishing, you can. They were throwing lines out and splashing them in the water.
Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit. What?
I have yet to see one fish be pulled in the dinghy of yours, brother.
You know, I'm talking about my dinghy, sir.
I was waiting for you to put it on the water. I got tired of waiting.
Dude, bro, you have to understand how much preparation that was. That was a lot of work making that boat come back together.
I seen you post more stuff on Facebook than anything else with it.
God, man, that boat, because I was trying to talk people through the whole process, dude. That was a big, and saving the money to do all of it.
Yeah.
You know how costly that was, trying to rebuild that boat from ground up, get titles for it, everything else. That was just a massive thing.
I had the DMV trying to give me problems with mine because it was brand new and the previous owner was Walmart. So,
dude, I did.
The previous owner has to sign the title, but the previous owner is Walmart, and they just give you a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's a bill of sale. You have to bring the bill of sale down and then have them run the VIN number, and then they create you a title.
Yeah, I think that's what they did. But yeah, the one lady that was working there, she had no clue what she was doing. She didn't know anything. She had to have some other lady help her.
Well, I mean, like, guys, if you really wanted to have some fun, you can get like the Intex Excursion 5 or the Intex Excursion 4, the blow-up raft. Take the receipt that you get from China, bring it down to the DMV. It costs $25 to have a title printed for it, and it costs $30 to register it. Then go home, go on eBay, and look up Hankai 3.5. You can pick up the engine for $189. For $300, you can make your own personal boat build that folds up and goes in the trunk of your car, and you can take with you wherever you want to.
That's awesome.
All right.
That was cool, Ryan.
Yeah, that was cool.
What happened? Did I miss something? What?
Nah, it's Ryan's intro. He used some Omaha Steak dry ice to do some blue smoke around his quads.
Ooh.
Actually, I just like putting these videos on so you guys can't see me smoking this bolt.
Oh, we see the smoke coming around the motors.
Take it, pack it, fire it up, come along, and take a hit from the bong. Just like Chong and get the bolt and I reload it.
Preparation 8, Oh, they Balsa.
Dude, instant coffee. 1 or 2 teaspoons.
Oh,
You gotta do
it's
two.
like water. It's like poop water.
Dude, don't talk about my poo wad, bro.
Toilet
Yeah,
roulette.
Hater in the
what,
oh,
kind of, so what kind of instant coffee is it, Dan?
This is Nescafe Taster's Choice French Roast Dark.
God.
This is the stuff you get in those Army Surpack Plus packages.
I thought Nescafe was caffeine free.
I don't know. This says 100% pure coffee, complex and bold. Don't get me wrong. This is not bad stuff. It's just a little unorthodox taste from real coffee, but not enough for me to be like, it sucks.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Does it have caffeine in it?
It has, well, let me just fucking take a look now.
You have to Google it.
Good contact, distributed, true craftsmanship using responsibly sourced beans.
Oh my.
We brew only the freshest freeze of our coffee to lock into the fresh, rich aroma of flavor, giving you superior coffee and every cup. It doesn't say caffeine, but I'm assuming it's coffee. It probably has caffeine.
I don't know. There's decaffeinated. I thought Nescafe was decaffeinated. You're wrong. I have been wrong once or twice in my life.
This smells very much like amazing. It just says 100% pure coffee. I would think if it doesn't say caffeine, it would say no caffeine.
I agree. I think it has caffeine.
All right, I'll buy that.
It doesn't
like
say
it would be-
decaf.
Yeah, no, it says straight up 100% pure coffee. It smells really good, man. It smells like a good dark brew. And taste, that's a little different. It's okay.
So I suppose it's freeze dried.
Let's put it this way. If I was to bash open my enemy's skull and drink their blood, I would want it to taste like this coffee.
Okay, let me try and
Yeah, I agree, Kaz. It would say decaf.
No, you're right, Kaz. It would say decaf.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I like the espressos or whatever, but I also like the caffeine that's in it. I just can't imagine drinking it if it didn't have caffeine in it. So I don't get the decaf thing.
You have a bad imagination, sir.
I don't know. I have quite the vivid imagination at times, but
What am I wearing?
Black
I
shirt.
don't want to imagine that. Okay.
Black shirt.
Oh my God! What was that commercial where he's like, "Okay, what was it? Jeremy from State Farm, Jimmy from State Farm. What was it? Jake. This is Jake. Jake from State. Oh, okay, Jake from State Farm. What are you wearing? Khakis and a polo shirt."
He sounds
I
hideous.
remember that one.
Yeah. Oh my God! Who are you talking to? Jake from State Farm.
Yeah.
What's okay, Night Train?
He's
Was
back.
Night Train in here?
Yep. I don't know
I
if he's
think enough of it is. I don't need to wear sweat. But I live in Florida, so there you go.
We have coffee with bourbon.
Well, now there you go.
That actually sounds fantastic.
It does sound really good. Honestly, you know what'd be really good with this coffee right now? A big, fat, dark stogie with a chocolate donut.
Mm.
Ooh. Ho, 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 ho.
You know, I don't know what it is. But to me, tobacco with wheat, they don't mix well.
Well, you, sir, have no taste buds.
Yeah.
Well, this is true. I've been burning them out for years.
This is true.
You know, years of smoking cigarette.
I put in 16 myself. My
That's
debt to
why
society's been
people that
paid.
quit smoking get really fat.
Hey now. The only reason I look
Well,
like this is because I'm a
I'm
professional floater, okay?
I did not name any names. I wasn't calling you fat, although you
I
do have
get
a good man
I
shed going on.
listen. I get paid very well to float. All right. So just remember that when it comes to saving kids in the pool.
Okay.
Do you know how much it costs to make this body look this great?
No,
A small fortune.
I'm sure you have a lot invested in it.
About a dozen
I
donuts.
do.
Buoyancy is a feature.
It is. Skinny people will never understand this.
Oh
Just
no,
like
I understand it perfectly. Unless I'm in salt water, I cannot float. I have to keep my lungs like 3/4 full.
Yeah, see, chubbies can float in fresh and salt. That's right. Remember that.
Fat float.
So next time the Titanic goes down, look for a chubby.
So you can climb on top of them and stay out of the freezing water.
So that's why
I hope you're
live
not.
happy with that.
I hope you're not climbing on top of a chubby. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Okay. Does anybody know what a chubby is?
They're a type of bait fish.
It says a crick chub or something.
Oh my. You've never heard the term "get chubbed up"
Or get a chubby.
No.
or "get a chubby"? Right? Yeah, get a chubby.
Yeah.
That works too.
Yeah.
Say we have crick chubs here.
I feel like we have to explain this to him. Here, I'll put it in the comments section. You ready? This is a chubby. Boom.
Looks like a Fraggle Rock.
Oh, it does it.
I don't understand that algorithm, Dan.
It looks like one of those aliens from Sesame Street.
It doesn't now. Oh, what chubbies you been looking at? Oh boy.
I might get this a couple hours from now. Okay, so you've abandoned the Tyro 99 apparently, Eric.
Yeah, just I'll go back to it.
Yeah, we're gonna take it outside and pee on it right now.
Yeah, I know you're obsessed with that.
What to do when you buy the Tyro 99? Zip. Psst.
Exactly. Don't worry, the motors will be fine, bro. As long as you don't mind touching pee motors after it dries out, you'll be all right.
I don't know. I've heard some people say the motors were crap too. That the only good thing about it was the frame.
Yeah. Hey, the motor's ripped, man.
Well, no, I mean, I thought. I remember, and we were egging you on when you did what was supposed to be a hover test in your front yard. Next thing you're zooming
I
all
barely
over.
touched it. Barely. I think I gave it like a 16th of a throttle.
Yeah, back from the sky, he gets it. Meat and 2 veg.
2 nuts and a head.
Is that what that's
Crikey.
supposed to be? An erection, Carlos?
All your privates have had their privates painted gold.
Looks like a sailboat to me.
Oh, 24 karat wedding tackle.
2 nuts and a head. Okay, I get it now. You have quite the imagination, the two of y'all. That's what y'all think about. See, apparently I don't have enough testosterone these days, so I don't immediately gravitate toward that sort of thing.
Ed, do you need me to send you some XXX testosterone booster?
Does it work?
Well, you'll have to let.
How would you know? You're only 32 years old.
What's that got to do with anything? I take testosterone booster when I work out. Yeah. It's like the only time I turn into Arnold, when I go into the weight room. It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor. When you say that to yourself, then you know you took a little too much. Okay.
A little too much.
That's pretty funny. I haven't been to the gym I don't know how long, because the work I do is a workout already. I don't need to go to no gym. Eric, you know.
Yeah, we already discussed this earlier. We don't even need to hit the gym.
I get all the exercise I need at work.
So I don't even know where to begin to think how many houses that we've done. So 8 years with 100 houses a year. At least 100. I don't even know how
that's a good one, Mike.
I don't even know how much cleanup that is. I don't even know how much sweat I lost with all that crap.
Yeah,
Classic.
I remember that, Mike. Saturday Night Live, back when Saturday Night Live was fun.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. Yeah.
Wasn't that Jim Carrey?
Hi, I'm Hans.
That's right. Yeah, that shit was great.
I remember the first time I saw Saturday Night Live, and that was back when they pretty much first started, and they throw these commercials up there. The first couple times, I'm like, "What? That's a commercial?" I thought it was a commercial at first, and then I realized it was part of the show.
Yeah.
Work it out, ladies.
Y'all's time, by the way.
What? Oh, what? In living color?
I was an ad
Saturday Night Live when it first came out.
Saturday Night Live started off as in living color.
No way.
That was great. Homie the Clown was the best.
Homie the Clown was the best. Yeah. Homie the Clown don't play that.
Yeah, that was
all
my
about
favorite.
the man.
What about Chris Rock? What about Chris Rock when you go to the store? How much you want for that candy bar?
Oh yeah.
45 cents? Good grief. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that one.
So,
Yeah, homie.
okay, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Saturday Night Live was before In Living Color.
Okay, I'm gonna Google. Hold on.
That's a lot of money.
I'm going in the store. Anybody want anything? Yeah, why don't you get me that stuff I used to get all the time? What was that stuff called? Oh yeah, pussy. Yeah. Let's see here. SNL first air date.
What about the cowbell? We need more cowbell.
That was with Christopher
October,
Walken.
oh, October 11th, 1975.
I got a sickness the only cure is more cowbell.
All right,
Yeah.
did you hear that? October 11th, 1975 was SNL's first air date.
Huh.
So now let's go. You're right. In Living Color was probably 90s,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
early 90s.
Yep.
I remember
In Living Color.
And see, and it was in the 70s, late 70s or whatever, when I first saw Saturday Night Live.
That's
And
what I thought.
when-
In Living Color was 1990 to 1994.
Yeah, see, that's way after Saturday Night Live.
What about Mad
Sure.
TV?
Fucking Mad TV, dude.
I
Who was
still
the
love
big guy that played Arnold Schwarzenegger in Mad TV? Where he was always talking about being a supernatural extra movie star. Ha, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, now I want to go watch all those old Arnold skits from Mad TV.
I heard they're remaking Twins.
I
Oh,
hope they don't.
really?
Yeah.
Why do they have to mess with classics, bro? Why can't they just
I
come up
know.
with
I
something
feel the same
original?
way. Yeah, I totally feel the same way.
I feel like movie creators have just gotten dumb.
Oh,
Like they just don't have any originality left to pull from.
that's
They
because it's
run
the
out
new,
of new material, so they keep revisiting the old shit.
just think about it. Who the new ones are? It's the next generation.
No, I get that, and that's why we've been getting so into the comic book stuff, because it is new stuff that we haven't seen before. It's nice being able to pull from the comic books because they don't have to think of a story. It's already there. They just have to create simpler stuff for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whereas
the
coming up with
foundation's done.
right, the foundation's already there, which is why it's nice to keep pulling from those comic books, but we're going to get tired of that at some point, and then we're going to run out of original content, which is what's happening now. Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic Park 4, Jurassic Park The Lost World's World.
Yeah.
You know, like, geez, OP, it's King Kong 6.5. How many Rambos are there now?
What about
Terminator, we're
Godzilla?
on number 6. What is going on here?
There's 34 Godzilla movies.
What happened with Fast and Furious? I think they're on like 92.
Yeah, I know.
They just started
You know,
yesterday.
I actually really enjoyed the first one, though.
Yeah.
The second one was garbage. The third one
Yeah.
was garbage. All the rest of them are garbage.
Yep. Agreed. Yeah.
The
There
first
is-
one was at least somewhat believable. Somewhat.
I think for sequels, I think my favorite's probably still Terminator. Terminator 2 was still good. That was a good one.
Terminator 2.
Hands down.
It's
Did you
not
know-
easy to do that.
Did you know Terminator 2 was the most watched movie of all time?
No, that's impressive.
Yep. But the only other rival to a runner-up that was better than the first for me would be Star Wars Empire Strikes Back.
Which
Total
one?
game changer.
Which Star Wars?
Empire Strikes Back beat the original.
Okay.
Hands down. Not even a question in my mind.
Yeah.
Their budget was so much larger for the next one. It was just leagues ahead of the first one. The first one was like, are people really going to buy this or what? And then they did. And then, apparently my mom and dad went in 1977 and watched it in theaters. And I'm sure, Ed, you may have probably seen it in theaters yourself. Would I be correct in assuming that?
Yeah.
My mom said that at the end of the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope, which at the time wasn't even called A New Hope, it was just called Star Wars. They didn't add A New Hope until later. They said that everybody at the end of the movie stood up and clapped when the good guys won. I've never heard of that happening in the history of movies before. And I don't even think George Lucas knew what he had created until the first one came out. After that, their budget skyrocketed.
Really?
And then... and then they made Empire Strikes Back, and it was, if you look at how big the budget was for the second one versus the first one, it is a massive difference. Huge.
Did you see that Star Wars display at Disney? It's insane, dude. It's
No,
awesome.
I
It
went
looks
and
really
saw,
cool.
Really?
I mean, I didn't go. I just saw, of it, but it looks amazing. Totally looks amazing.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I went to the Star Wars exhibit that they had at Disney 2 years ago when they first opened. They did the big AT-AT walker, the half-built AT-AT walker that you walk into. But I mean, a lot of it was stuff I had seen or played with already as a kid, like models and stuff. The only fun thing about really going there was that you got to like take a picture with a decent Chewbacca and like a decent Kylo Ren. That was about it. The rest of it was like, okay, this is really mediocre stuff here.
They have a full-blown Millennium Falcon, dude.
Now they do.
Right.
That's why I'm saying, like, I went 2 years ago and they were just opening up the Star Wars park. That whole back end area was just opening. Now, if I go, it might actually be a lot more fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing looks cool.
They need to have like a Millennium Falcon ride.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's like one of those virtual rides
style. Right.
Yeah.
It's more of a simulator style.
Well,
but it is a ride. I love that it's interactive, though. You're forced to push buttons as the thing is going. They name off the pilot seat, the blase seat, the blase squaze seat, all the seats, and then they tell you at certain times you're supposed to push buttons and touch this to make things happen. And I do like that it's interactive, at least. It's not just you sitting there for a ride and then it's over with. You actually have to partake. If you fail, then, you know, oh, sorry, your crew died. Better luck next time.
One.
Yeah. You couldn't hit that thermal exhaust port that was only 2 meters wide, could you?
Damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jim.
I'm a doctor, Jim, not a fool, man.
Oh, man.
I do like the remake of Star Trek. They did a good job. I just hated the third movie. The first and second were really good. The third one was garbage.
Yeah, I loved 1 and 2, both. The third one, I watched it. I don't know. I love the play between the young Kirk and the young Spock. I thought it was hilarious.
Sure.
And
no, they did good. Go ahead.
When they get on the shuttle and they introduce you to Bones, Dr. McCoy, he's like, I hate flying in space. Well, why did you join Starfleet then? It's fucking hilarious.
Well, it was always the same camaraderie with the original Star Wars cast, though. Like, they had the same thing going on. You know, Jim and Kirk were always doing that back and forth stuff, and Spock was always being made fun of by, obviously, Dr. McCoy was always making fun of his ears, and, you know, they did a really good job. I loved it. And the fact that Leonard Nimoy stayed alive long enough to partake in them. That was cool. I had fun with that. That was a good time.
I've loved Star Trek ever since first time I saw it, you know. And but then I like Star Wars too, you know. They're just two different ideas of the same thing. And the thing I always liked about Star Trek is everything that is in Star Trek, not that Star Wars isn't the same thing, but all that, Gene Roddenberry's whole premise was that everything that you see here is theoretically possible.
Right, it's science-based, which is what they've always ridden on with science-based stuff. However, my irritation was when they started bringing magical things into it, like Q. I had a problem with that in The Next Generation. Q being this. You guys know who Q is?
Yeah. I can't remember that guy's name, but I sure do know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's from the Q, the Compendium or whatever, the Compendium. He sees himself as a, you know, whatever being that looks over the cosmos. Anyways, that's when I was like, okay, now we went a little far-fetched here.
Yeah. See, to me, that's not Star Trek. That's
right, and so that was, and I agree with you. The original stuff was Star Trek. Like, I like it. Even the Wrath of Khan that could be a possibility where you could shoot someone into space and, they maybe were genetically enhanced, whatever the case is. I get all that, But then once again, we went a little far-fetched here by having to travel back in time. This is where things started getting a little screwy for me when we traveled back in time to save a whale, to bring the whale back to the future to make sure that it's alive. I don't see. Then you start messing with.
Here's the deal with that.
My
Okay.
brain can't comprehend.
I love the going back, and actually in the original series they did the time warp, although it happened accidentally in the original series. But I love Star Trek 4, which is where they travel back in time to get the whale, because it was so funny. It was very humorous to see them interacting in 20th century America. There was a lot of humor there.
No, and I get that. I like I said, at some point though, you just have to turn your brain off and go, okay, this isn't the Star Trek I came to see, but I can deal with it. All right, let's do this. It's like, all right, I get it. You got to save the whale population by bringing them to the future. I get it, but we were also told that we're never like part of the Star Trek, and this is where I started getting frustrated with them breaking the rules again. Is they had to what? You're not supposed to give away technology. You're not supposed to mess with the future. You're not supposed to mess with the timeline. They're giving away secrets of how to build glass, of how to amplify signals, and I'm sitting here going, okay, now we've lost the whole premise of what this is about just to make this episode or this movie.
They screwed up the Prime Directive.
Right, the Prime Directive is where they started getting skewed off the tangent, and I was like, oh, okay, come on, man. Hate it when they do that. Let's see, Star Wars has never gone beyond that for me. I knew what Star Wars was going into it. You can use the Force to choke people. How amazing is that? Darth Vader is such an incredible badass. Like, I don't think people really understand his character is so badass. I don't even watch the prequels. 1, 2, and 3 are not in my life. I don't care about them. They could burn them. They never happen. I don't even think the prequels exist. I don't know why I'm talking about them because technically they don't exist in my brain. So they never happened. Okay? I'm fine with Rogue One, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Stop. I don't care about anything else. I don't want to see anything else. Don't bring it to my attention. The Solo movie doesn't exist. Force Awakens doesn't exist. The Last Jedi doesn't exist. Screw all that. Those are garbage films.
What's the last one, Dan? Is that Return of...
No, The Last Jedi.
Oh, The Last Jedi. I have not seen that.
Well, then don't, because what I'm going to do is I have a copy of it that I would rather have you watch than the one that Disney presented you with. I can send you that copy. It's been completely re-edited by a guy named Ivan Ortega, who does Film Fix. The real fans were very upset by The Last Jedi. And so they asked Ivan to step in and re-edit the entire film so it makes sense for the real fans and add in parts that were missing. And so they took Disney's crap piece and he turned it into somewhat of a masterpiece and made it make sense for the real fans.
This is the one that comes after the one
The Force Awakens.
Where the chick walks up and hands Luke his old...
Yes. Okay. So in Disney's version, if you left off from The Force Awakens, in Disney's version of the next movie, she hands him the sword, he looks at it and throws it over his shoulder and walks away. Apparently Disney doesn't understand lightsabers, and they certainly don't understand the Force, and they certainly don't understand the religion of being a Jedi, because they crapped all over everything we know as real fans in this movie. and I have to say they lost the politics of what it's about. They really don't understand Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson just need to stay the hell away from Star Wars. Don't touch them anymore. Don't blaspheme this. Don't show me this garbage. I don't. So anyways, Ivan Ortega took the Last Jedi and took 1 year, completely remastered the entire film, edited it, added in sequences from the deleted footage to make everything make sense, and changed a bunch of different things in the film so that the real fans could enjoy it. So I would rather have you watch that than the crap Disney gave you.
So, okay, so now I'm really confused. So, how did the movie go on if he flew through his
That's the beginning
lightsaber
of the movie.
over his shoulder? I don't understand. It seemed like the movie would be over then, before it
Well,
even started.
and you would think that. However, Rey climbs her little butt down the side of the mountain to go retrieve the lightsaber.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really stupid. It's stupid. They reached for humor that wasn't there. They had characters that weren't needed. The whole thing is just a lost premise.
Yeah.
It was a lost cause. Now I watched Ivan's version of it and I absolutely enjoyed myself thoroughly. It was everything I wanted that I could expect from something that was complete garbage to begin with. That was at least made watchable by Ivan. I was able to get through it and go, okay, this makes a lot more sense now. I was given everything I kind of wanted from it within reason. I still have to remember this was taken from a Disney junk piece, and it was having to be heavily altered to make sense for, the real fans. So
did Disney do the one that started with Ray?
yeah, well, Disney did both of them. Disney did The Force Awakens, and Disney did The Last Jedi, except The Last Jedi sucked. So Ivan took The Last Jedi and he re-edited it himself. And he made a copy of it for the real fans.
Well, that was the deal. I just didn't know when Disney took over the Star Wars franchise, I guess.
Oh, yeah, no. A New Hope was the first Star Wars movie. Then after that was Rogue One. And then what did we get after Rogue One? We got The Empire. No, The Last Jedi. And then after that, we got the Solo movie. So they put out four movies since they took over.
So did you like Rogue One?
Yeah, I absolutely loved it, but it wasn't made by Ryan Johnson or Kathleen Kennedy. It was made by two other people that really know their Star Wars history. It was a very enjoyable movie. Everybody dies in it. It was war. It was absolute.
Well,
It was
opened up a lot more understanding.
Dude, it was gritty. It was a very dark version of what I came to expect the Rebel Wars were. You know what I'm saying? Like it happens. What's neat about Rogue One, Ed, is that it's how the Death Star plans got stolen before they were given to Princess Leia by the two droids. So what's really cool about this is this movie ends, and then 15 minutes after this movie ends, A New Hope starts in the storyline.
Okay.
So technically, you could watch Rogue One and then go right into Star Wars: A New Hope and start off from right there. Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
So technically, it's between episode 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You got to remember, it's not technically part of the trilogy or the saga now at this point. It is called Star Wars: A Story. Even though it's a full-length Star Wars movie, they're not calling it a Star Wars movie. They're calling it a story of Star Wars. They're basically telling you how the Death Star plans got stolen. There is a scene in this movie where Darth Vader shows just how badass he really is. And you just have to compliment that, man. He goes savage at the end of the movie. And I have come to learn a new respect for Darth Vader at the end of this movie.
Well, now you have me very intrigued. Because I heard that it was not, no Mark Hamill, whatever, but it just seemed like a Star Trek offshoot kind of thing as far as Star Wars went.
Yeah, well, it is a very enjoyable film. You will see Mon Mothma, who's in it. There are some original people in this movie that were in the original Star Wars film. They took digital cuts and masteries of these people, like Tarkin. Tarkin is in this film. Tarkin's been dead for, God, how long? Tarkin died in 80, 89, 91. The guy that played Tarkin's role, Grand Moff Tarkin, who was in charge of Darth Vader in A New Hope, his character, the person that played him, died in 92. So there's a really interesting story behind this. They have a digital version of Grand Moff Tarkin in this movie, and it is uncanny. They did such an amazing job with his digital imagery that you can't tell he's not a real person. You
That's
just
wild.
can't tell. It is ridiculous how good they did with his facial features, his voice, his sounds, everything. It is the deepest facial formation I've ever seen. And they do it twice in this movie for two different characters. Grand Moff Tarkin's in this movie all of around 7 minutes. So there's 7 minutes of digital Tarkin. And then there's young Princess Leia at the end. They did an entire digital version of Princess Leia at the end, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic.
Wow. Okay.
I gotta
Well,
run Loki out real quick. I'll be right back.
That will be on my watch list for sure. Then. You know.
So yeah, if you haven't seen Rogue One, you will be able to follow the storyline. It just, if you've seen Star Wars: A New Hope, then you're going to know exactly what this movie's about.
And like you said the first time, I mean, it was just called Star Wars when I saw it.
Yeah. Yep.
And it actually is technically episode 4. You know, and I have 1, 2, and 3. You know, and I've watched them. You know, and
I hate them. The acting's horrible. They're garbage.
But
I like those better than the originals. I'm sorry.
You like the prequels better than the originals?
Yeah, I never even saw
Why?
them until about 3 years ago.
Oh my god, dude, you missed an amazing childhood.
They weren't bad. They weren't bad. I didn't mind them, but I like the originals better for some reason.
well,
Maybe because that was
yeah.
I seen first. I don't know.
You just said you like the originals better.
First of all,
that'd be
when
episode 1, 2, and
Eric
3.
says the originals, he's probably talking about A New Hope.
Yeah, I'm not talking about
Which
originals. I'm talking
which
about
one?
1, 2, and 3.
He's talking about episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Yeah, exactly.
Episode 2, The Clone Wars, and episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I didn't like the
which
1970s version ones.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Crazy. I cannot agree with you. I feel like the original prequels was more or less a story of How I Met Your Mother. The acting was trash. The storyline didn't make sense. A 9-year-old getting with a 17-year-old princess. None of it made any sense at all. It was so out of whack. Just the whole storyline was out of whack. It didn't even make sense to the Star Wars lore. Like if you read the books or any of the Star Wars lore, it made absolutely no sense to any of it. They just pulled, like Lucas just pulled crap out of his butt to make those movies. Those movies were made to sell action figures. That's what that was about. And he even stated later on, I made those movies so I could sell merch. That's the only reason they were made. He did not really care about whether they were good or bad. He just wanted a massive payout. He knew that it had been 30 years since anybody had seen a Star Wars movie, so he said, I know if I make this, people are going to watch it. It's exactly what he did. He gave us a story of How I Met Your Mother, Anakin meeting Princess Leia and having 2 kids, Luke and Leia.
Well, here's the deal with that, too, is that you got to think about the special effect that for 1, 2, and 3, things have gone away and they were able to make the effect nicer. It's just like, okay, another one of my favorite classics. I call it a classic because I read their book long time ago, and I've read them many times. Is The Lord of the Rings. And they talked about a Lord of the Rings movie, and there was, I didn't want to see a Lord of the Rings movie because I knew there was no way the movie industry could make a movie
as good as the books.
Match up to the book.
Yep,
But
I agree with that.
Came out with you, when they came out with it, it was right and it was done great.
Yes, I will admit that however, I did enjoy the movies, but they did some very weird things with those as well. Like they cut out a massive main character, and I think you know who I'm talking about. They cut out one of the main characters in the movie, which really had me a little peeved. Tom Bombadil was not in there at all.
No, you're right. No, I
And
miss Tom Bombadil very much.
yes, I was really I could not figure out for the life of me why they didn't put Tom Bombadil in it. So that was the biggest mistake I really had my irritations with. Other than that, I think they did a fantastic job with the movies.
So, okay. Because, all right, Tom Bombadil. He was on the way to Weathertop, wasn't he? Or was he after Weathertop? I'm trying to think because the bear-like creature that was in The Hobbit was kind of like Tom Bombadil.
In a way, yes.
So, in the book, was Tom Bombadil in the Fellowship of the Ring, or where was he timeline-wise?
Well, I think he shows up in the Fellowship, if I remember correctly. He shows up all throughout the whole series, though.
Okay.
Ow, that really hurt. That was the worst burp ever. I'm just mad they didn't include him, man. You know, it's like...
No, I'm with you. I kept looking for Tom the whole time. But I can't remember where I was looking for him at. But yeah, Tom Bombadil. There was even a song.
Yes.
There was a song that some of the creatures sung about Tom Bombadil.
Yep. Yeah, he had he it's such a dedicated role to a lot of the characters and how their development came into play. So that's why when you cut out a main character like that, it really kind of pisses me. It's like Harry Potter. I love the books, but man, the movies just after number 3, they didn't do him any decency.
The thing is too that what did they say? Don't be too quick with that wrench, man. I like Captain Jerk.
Yeah, there's a raid from somebody.
Racing.
They're coming to visit and they got taken out.
I lost my train of thought. Carlos being crazy with his wrench. Now I lost my train of thought.
Oh man.
Damn it. Oh, I know what it was. You think about the size of the book of the trilogy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've read them all the way through. Read The Hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
The Hobbit was a small book. It wasn't that many words.
Nope.
They made 3 movies out of that.
I know. It was horrible too. Like the buildup was so slow. I just couldn't. I was having such a hard time getting through it. I'm like, Jesus, they're creeping this along.
You know,
they wanted to make it just.
Yeah, they cut out stuff with. I mean, I remember being so pissed because the second book in the trilogy, you get to see Shelob, and I kept telling my mother and I went to watch the 2 Towers, and I said, "Oh, wait till you see the spider," and then the movie ended, and I'm like, "Damn it! What happened to Shelob?" Well, they hadn't gotten there yet. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. The cartoon of The Hobbit, boy, that is a 4-hour-long movie there. I have no idea. Huh?
Carlos,
never watched it. I started watching it like, nah, this isn't working for me.
Yeah, it's really horrible animation, honestly. It's it's a classic, honestly, but it's really bad animation. And I got to remember what time it came out, though. It was when the animation stuff was not really big yet. But yeah, it was very cartoony and slow, and the music was horrible. It's like, but they did do the Battle of the Five Armies, and I actually kind of enjoyed that. That was fun to watch in cartoon, but it was like clanking and blades, and like somebody was flipping through pages. That's what it looked like. The cartoon stuff, like somebody grabbed a flip book and drew a bunch on it, and then they took their finger and they sped through the images that they drew.
So anyway, I don't know. I love it. I mean, and God, what beautiful territory and what great cinematography.
Sure. The movies? Yeah.
New Zealand. It's always
Yep.
been. It's on my bucket list, man. I'd love to go to New Zealand and check out
Wow.
something.
I bet you they wish they had drones when they were making that movie. That probably cost a fortune of helicopter shots.
You don't think they had some drones going on in that?
Not at that time. For 2002, 2003? No way.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Think they were flying drones then, or helicopters?
No, helicopters for sure.
Helicopters for sure.
Big budget, dude. Of course they're doing helicopters. Now it's different.
So,
I think the Return of the King was what 2003. That was the last one until The Hobbit, obviously. This was like what 2014.
so 2003. Damn, man, I'm getting old. 2003.
I mean, it's still fun to watch the movies because the CGI is still really good, even by today's standards.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just weird. It just boggles me that was that long ago because it's 2019 now. That's 16 years ago. Where did time go, brothers?
This year's already halfway over, dude.
I know.
It's crazy.
If nobody ever told you, man, the moment you're born, you start dying, brother.
Well, this is true, and I know this. But the thing is, too, is it seems like time is a
Starts to
geometric
speed up.
progression because the older you get, the faster the years go.
I did notice that myself here lately.
Yeah,
Agreed.
you're at the age where you're starting to notice it. For me, it was about 25. When I hit 25, that's when the next year, well, hell, that year was only 11 months long or whatever. Eric, you're there too. Ryan, a lot of people are here or there. Carlos, Ms. Kaz. Who else is here? Bitches. Oh, that's the same person. I don't know. It's just like, and what's weird is when you're having fun, that time goes by way faster than when you're not.
That means I need to start getting more and more bored.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's about all for me at this point. It's 11:37 here on the East Coast, and I've run out of stuff to talk about. Although I've been letting y'all do most of the talking for the most part. We can tell that Eric is not getting any further with the Tyro 99 tonight. And I don't know what Ryan's up to over there, but and Dan, we just been talking movies. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm in my car warming it up, getting ready to head home because I got a long drive and then I got to do my report. So you're on my
how
Bluetooth earpiece.
how long for your how long is your drive home, Dan?
From here, it's an hour.
Damn. I don't know. I guess you're used to it. I used to drive an hour to work and back all the time, and you
Yep.
get used to it.
I hate being used to it because that just means I'm putting more car parts in my car.
Yeah, right. And mileage and stuff. I get it.
That's why I decided to just start changing everything right now, so I don't have to worry about it for another, 5-6 years at least. I figure if I just replace all the wheel well bearings, freaking everything, all the belts, all the tensioner pulleys, get it all done with new AC compressor, change the alternator, plugs, wires, ignition coils, and I don't have nothing to deal with for the next 7 years. Just
So that hour drive, I mean, is that on the highway or is that around city street?
half of it is city streets, the other half is highway, then back to city streets. So let's say half hour in traffic, then 10 to 15 minutes on the highway, and then finishing off the last 15 in traffic again.
Because it's the stop and go that kills you.
Right.
The steady driving on the highway, just the car don't care. It's just cruising. But anyway, cheers to everybody. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate all those in the panel, drone worship, the executioner, whatever your name is now.
I'll be changing it again soon.
RC Grady, Indigo Rhino, thanks for being here. All those in chat, Mrs. Kaz, Plummet, not Plummet wasn't here. Night Train, back from the sky, Carlos. I probably already said your name. If I didn't, I got you covered anyway. And those that Carlos timed out, I'm glad they were here too. I didn't see what they said. I'll have to rewatch it. See you again. Later, everybody.
Later.
Right, guys.
Later.
Later.